seconds to spare. Wow. Olympians, we near the final weeks of our showdown with a white-hot intensity that last resulted in devastating eliminations, heroic victories, and another step closer to that crown of champion. Today we have a wide spread of offerings before us, starting out in the explosive mazes of Neo Bomberman. 2 Olympians go head-to-head with 3 characters in a best of 3. Next, we go to the first member of the DK crew with Donkey Kong 64. Fastest time to beat Armadillo and collecting the key after entering Jungle Japes takes the big banana. Finally, we climb aboard our mechs and pilot with the best of them, an armored core. Each participant gets 2 tries to get the lowest time. Now that the stage has been set, it's time to take your training and thirst for victory into the battlegrounds. Olympian, let the best team seize the crown. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome aboard. We have another Saturday before us. We should have a fantastic offering lined up. Happy to see folks filtering in. Happy to see things back once more in action. We've got Raph here. How you doing, man? What do you think of what we have lined up?
Hey, Time. Great to be here. Very excited. And, well, first of all, big congratulations on everyone reaching the quarterfinals. And to answer your question, these 3 games seem really fun, and I can't wait to get into it. Before we do get into it, just want to say a quick word. As we did hear the sad news yesterday of Akira Toriyama's passing, was a huge figure, I'd say, not only in the manga and anime community, but in the video game community. And so that will be a sad loss, and we will remember him fondly, and thank you for everything. And now to get back into it, we've got 8 teams competing here in the quarterfinals, and it's going to be a really exciting one, Time.
Absolutely. And no, I echo the sentiment for Toriyama as well. What a staple of my childhood. And, sometimes you don't know people, but when you see him go, it still hurts all the same, just as you did. But yeah, not to bring things down too much, we do have some white hot competition to get into. Maybe use that. Maybe use a channel and see who's got that Saiyan blood in them. Bring that into the competition. But that being said, let's start moving into it. A lot of these times these run a little bit long, but let's kick it off. We are starting off with Bomberman and Fightcade, but let's see those team lineups. Star, let's get those over here. What are we looking at? Ryu's Ronin versus Cress's Crusaders. Excellent. I remember previously these guys actually have some hidden talents in there, people that I wouldn't regularly expect to pull some big game skills. Well, they've got an ace up their sleeve every now and then, and I'm betting that's going to be the case again this week.
Absolutely. And we've got Wolfman on the ref team, Star on the stream, as you said, and you and I, Time, on the commentating bench. We've also got Voice in here with us, so very exciting. Let's get into it. Ryu's Ronin against Cress's Crusaders. We've got Ryu's Ronin, who were all competed last year as part of Team Chile. They managed to get in their second Olympics here into the quarterfinals. And then we've got Cress's Crusaders, mostly made up of first-time Olympians here, with still showing a very impressive performance as a first Olympics, getting this far. Can't wait to see it.
Definitely. Proto is one in particular I'm keeping an eye on. I've seen some impressive things out of them, and hope they don't disappoint me today. It looks like I already see Manko Dax and Amazing Baja in the Neo Bomberman Fightcade. So I believe if we want to get those 2 in here, we should get things ready to go. So I'm going to get them moved in.
Let's do it.
Gentlemen, we already see your match going. I'm going to get it pulled up here. Just have to have Star pull it up on stream. But other than that, you want to hit him with the rules there, Wolf?
Right. I expect a good, clean fighter. Wait a second. This is Bomberman. It's never clean. It's explosive. It's violent. It's total destruction. In with 3 different characters in your best of 3s, and otherwise, just go for it.
Well, best of 3. You can't play as the same character once they're eliminated, but other than that, Fightcade keeps it clean, guys. Start it, you're ready, and we're going to get you muted and deafened. Let's get to it.
Their match seems to have disappeared. I think they need to relaunch it, I think.
Yeah, it looks like they might have closed match and for the relaunching. No big deal. Yeah. We lost your match there, Baja and Manko.
Yeah, we lost your match there, Baja.
There we go. We're seeing it now. Let me pull it up. Excellent. I'm ready. Star, are you able to get this up? If so, I believe we're ready to get things off.
Just launching on my end.
Excellent. Mutant you two and get into it. So this is a game, something that I'm pretty sure all of us have at least a little bit of experience playing in some form or another. A series that's been around for decades at this point. And one of those things that's simple to learn but hard to master. I'm not actually familiar with the character lineups in these and how relevant it's going to be. As far as I understood it, you're going to have specials like we see. He's already trying to make an early game move on them, not allowing a lot of power-ups being collected for Manko decks. It looks like he doesn't even have one of those long flames quite yet, allowing Baja to stay just a bit out of reach. Everybody vying for valuable real estate here. Manko attempting to open up some crates here and get himself on equal playing field here, on equal footing. And speaking of those footings, if he can find a boot, that speed increase is going to be huge. It looks like he just got the ability to place a second bomb, opens up a couple more possibilities for him, and now he does have that extra firepower. That's going to give him a little bit more reach. Nobody quite able to make it over to the skate quite yet, but slowly and surely, I believe they're doing that.
And they're staying very close to each other. Oh, and that's a first death. So 1.4 Manko Dax, I believe. No,
it's
for
Baja.
Amazing Baja. Yeah. Sorry, got mixed up with the characters. So it is Amazing Baja with Kotetsu and Manko Dax with Rubber Bomber. But as I said, yeah, they're again staying deciding to stay very close to each other using that strat. It's not something I've seen very. Oh, and there we go.
Perfect blocking there. Back on even playing grounds here. And yeah, I'm not familiar with playing super close like that easy either. Yeah. No building up the power-ups. We're just getting right into it, taking it to your face. And I suppose that's good. It just seemed to turn back on Baja there. He ended up being the one played against his own strategy.
Yeah, so what I've seen so far is mostly, as you said, two players building up their special abilities, breaking all the crates on their ends of the map, and then only when the map is very open, going close to each other. But again, now Baja deciding to go to the other end of the map and stay very close to Manko Dax here. They're on one death each. So
just barely kept alive by riding that missile there. Locked himself in. Sorry to cut you off. That was just...
No worry. Absolutely. And Manko Dax almost takes a death there, but gets out of there quickly. Whoever takes the next kill here will win the first round, as it is, you need to kill your opponent twice. It's a best of 3. So let's see.
Moving a little bit more open playing field, that kick is going to start opening up huge possibilities. If you can combo him at a distance, really getting some range. Because if you notice, he has a hell of amount of firepower right now. His reach is huge. Baja's. Yes. However, Manko Dax is playing with the multiple bombs and the ability to position them on the fly.
And I believe Manko Dax also has the kick available. So
yes.
We'll be able to do long distance bomb positions here. Oh! So right now, both playing very strategically, taking their time.
See, in my childhood days, I always made the mistake of rushing right for the power-up soon as they were visible, allowing my opponent to follow me to that crevice and lock me in. I was read like a book. And obviously you can tell these people have a lot more experience with Bomberman, playing it strategically slow, sometimes up front. We know how to play the long game. It doesn't matter if we don't have all the power-ups. It's still not quite out of the woods yet. We can still take this home. And just like that, tries to kick his own bomb down and ends up catching it in Manko Dax's explosion, self-destructing himself. Baja taking 2 losses with that character due to his own choices, really.
Yep, so they're gonna need to reset now. Baja taking Manko Dax taking the first win here with his first character, who is the default character, I'm trying to remember the name, Rubber Bomber, and we'll see who they pick next.
Now, he's able to continue as Rubber, I believe. It's Baja that has to switch, if I'm correct.
Oh, didn't Manko Dax win there? Was it Baja who won?
Was it winner has to switch?
Yeah, winner has to switch because to win the whole thing, you need to win with each of your characters.
No. You keep using the same character until you lose a BO3 with them.
To clarify things, first of all, there's a minor technical issue, so they are going to hopefully get the second match reset. Second of all, there's that reset, thank you.
Yeah.
Second of all, you must win with 3 different characters. If you lose, you are allowed to keep that character or switch to one of the others.
So
Right,
am I looking at an outdated sheet here?
Possibly. So basically, I think they don't have to switch when they win, but it doesn't make sense not to, because to win you have to win with all of your characters. So it does make sense to switch to your second character as soon as you get that first win, basically.
Sure, I'll take your guys' judgment there. I did send something to Wolf, though, just to clear up my confusion. No need to address on stream, but we'll get back into it. Looks like they've got these things fired back up. We're filtering in.
So let's see who they pick as their second characters. Here we go. So we've switched maps now. The loser gets... we always start our first match on the base map, but then the loser is allowed to choose the next map. So right now we see that Amazing Baha has decided to take his opponent's previous character and go with Rubber Bomber. And Mankodax, who's now on the right, has decided to go with, I believe that's Fake Bomber.
So what is his ability?
So I'm just looking at my sheet now because there's so many characters I don't know it all off by heart. But basically, Fake Bomber can oh, and we have our first death there. Mankodax takes it. Amazing Baha takes a hit. So first round to Mankodax. And as I was saying, so it seems that Fake Bomber can turn into a soft block. You can still move, drop bombs, and pick up items and kick them. But the disguise tends to work best when static.
Gotcha. All right, so it's a confusion thing.
Absolutely seems like it, yeah.
I wonder how that would be pulled off in a head-to-head match. I'd be interested to see him utilize that effectively here.
Yep.
I can definitely see in a 4-player multi-mode, but
Yeah. And Mankodax picks up that fire, which is going to increase the blast radius for him.
Now, Baha actually found his own demise at the length of his own fire there. Wondering if Mankodax is going to suffer the same fate.
We'll see. And Manko also picks up a speed up, I believe, with the roller skates. And there's a kicking ability there that's on the map.
And he does just that. Unfortunately,
exactly.
Baha takes himself out yet again with the flame.
He tries to go for the... I believe he was trying to go for the pickup there.
Yeah,
he probably shouldn't have.
Gets a little bit, like myself, almost antsy in those, desperation to pick up the pickups, and you lose sight of everything else. It's a tunnel vision thing.
So it is now 2-0 for Manko. Manko only needs one more win to take this all home today for Neo. Neo Bomberman, sorry, had a bit of a brain glitch.
Happens to us all, no worries. And no, we still have a couple more games left before we can really see who takes it home for the team between Crescent's Crusaders and Rio's Ronin, but Bomberman could be put to bed here.
So, Amazing Baha going back to the first character they had, and Mankodax switching to their third character, who is called... or is that just the regular Bomberman, perhaps?
No, it doesn't look like White Bomberman.
I don't see a gray Bomberman in my list of characters here, so it maybe I have an outdated list. But Amazing Baha going for Kutetsu again, whose ability is to teleport, which is how we saw them in such close contact in that first game, but
Wow, and it's
Baha
just like that. That was a very quick third matchup for the Bomberman. Unfortunately, Baha not able to hang in there in a clean sweep.
Well, no, there's still one. There's still one.
Yes.
Yeah,
first life.
Yeah. So, but Baha is in danger here. One more death, and it is all over here.
We're going to need to see a flawless 6 rounds of victory out of Baha if he wants to bring this back.
So the pickup in the top left there is a skull, and I believe that is a negative pickup.
Oh, sorry. I thought he pinned himself, put a bomb down, and was immediately going to be hosed.
It looked so.
Unfortunately, giving both those power-ups, though, to Mankodax, unfortunately putting him in a very difficult position. Mankodax choosing to just eliminate both rather than allow it to fall into Baha's hands. Confident with his skill set that he doesn't quite need them to take care of him. He's handled for 5 rounds so far.
Yeah, and Amazing Baha picks up a glove there and actually is able to throw a bomb from one end to the other end. Oh, and there,
has to play it carefully.
Oh, I thought it was Amazing Baha, but it's actually Manko that took a hit just before Baha was going to take a hit. So Baha is saved there, stays in it.
Bell. All right, 5 rounds to go there, Baha. I'm honestly rooting for the underdog in these scenarios. There's nothing against Mankodax, but I love to see a comeback story. I just love it.
Absolutely, yeah. But the Amazing Baha not out of the woods yet, because still a death here will still make him lose the whole match. So
absolutely,
desperately
he needs full flawlessness.
Yep.
Choosing to take it slower, opting for his own mount right here. A little bit slower, but does allow him to sustain an extra hit. Just like Mankodax, however, chooses to get rid of it. Might not be strategically advantageous when you're in a one-on-one. I imagine it allows yourself to get blocked off very easily. 2 bombs, and then where are you going to go?
Yeah, that is a good point. But Baha picks up more blast radius there. This is going for the same strats.
It's honestly a good denial if you're trying to get to a place and so is your opponent. Let's both just stop walking here. I'll turn around. I'll try again later. Baha starting to try and get a little bit more offensive here, but each time he's done that before, unfortunately results in his own demise due to his own doing.
He's going to try to play safe here, I imagine. Not take any risks.
An extreme level head.
Yeah. Oh.
Nope, nothing too death-defeating there, but Mankodax is trying to keep up the pressure while slowly whittling away at that bottom level of crates.
Oh, and there we go.
He takes himself out!
Absolutely, and Baha's able to stay in here. So keeps, as you said, a level head, and we go into round number 4, 2-1 for Mankodax.
Excellent. I'm happy to see it. Love to see it. I don't think Mankodax is, expecting to have to struggle with this many more matches. But Baha, like I said, sometimes when you're on the ropes like this, you can come back and really dig deep to find some new things you didn't think was possible. If you notice that last match there, Manko took himself out just trying to get up. There was no need for him to wander up right away, but I believe he started taking the offensive path while originally just playing defensive for a while, whittling away those crates on the bottom right. I'm seeing people face their own deaths due to their own choices.
So Amazing Baha now going for their third character we haven't seen yet, and it's Gold Bomberman. And I think actually Mankodax sticking with the gray one, but I think I just noticed that the gray one is just a color variant of Gold Bomberman, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. On that character select screen. So both with the same character, which is
so this looks like a map where it's you have your power-ups. This is just chaos map.
Yeah, it seems like Oh yeah, you might be right actually, because they're already both kicking and I haven't seen any pickups.
I saw somebody throw across the walls.
Oh yeah, so they must just both have all the power-ups already unlocked in this map.
Interesting. So something I noticed, it looked like Baha was the first to use this character's special skill, a dive or a dash of sorts, able to cover a pretty good distance of ground. I imagine if you can utilize that with right there. I imagine if you can utilize that with these kick bombs, just like he's trying to do there. If you could set up 2 angles worth and send them at the same time, or roughly, you open up a hell of a situation for your enemies.
Oh no! Oof! Amazing Baha almost trapped himself there. Looked very close, but able to get out of it at the very last second. And actually, we did talk to Amazing Baha before the match started, and he did tell us that he had to go against his muscle memory and play style and play more defensively. So we did see that at the end of that previous match. He did get less aggressive and play more defensively. So it seems like he was able to get that discipline in to stay in the game.
It definitely resulted in something holding in there for a little bit longer. You can see it's coming true again here. He's not making a lot of forward movements or trying to close the distance too well. He learned, I think, in the last match, if he just lets this go a little bit long, Manko Dax will become frazzled and try to end it too, ultimately falling into Baha's own trap he faced himself.
Absolutely, and Baha just took an enormous risk there, getting to just next to Manko Dax's bomb and putting one of his own, but it may have backfired. Oh, and there, Amazing Baha takes a hit.
Kicks his own bomb through Manko's explosion. Still in there. Still can bring it back.
Yeah, but again, back in the situation from the end of the previous match, one death, and it's all over, and there we go!
Whoa!
Super quick death. Manko Dax takes it in this fourth round and takes the whole match. Wow.
That was an insane final match. Let's get these two unmuted and undeafened there. Whoa. All right, we're going to start. Let's get them unmuted and undeafened. Come on. All right, gentlemen, what a match. My God, we saw some fantastic changes of strategy throughout that, from going to play defensively to we're trying to take it a little bit more aggressively. Baha starting out there, just immediately choosing to teleport over and get in Manko Dax's face, choosing to try and take this thing right to him right now where neither of us have power-ups. Seemed like a great strategy, but right off the bat, it seemed to kind of result in you positioning yourself in situations just not prepared for. You course corrected. You started to, once you were facing down the barrel, so to speak, you adopted a different tactic and sort of let Manko fall into that gap where, okay, if I let him be a little bit more aggressive, I should be able to have him take a death here. And we got to see that a couple times. You know, it started to go that way for you. How much experience in Bomberman do you have? And was that jump strategy early, trying to get over there, something new that you were working with, or is that an old tactic you're familiar with?
I actually haven't had that much Bomberman play at all, competitively. I probably just started last week. Kotetsu's teleport sometimes is really good and gets you in there. I don't know if you noticed, but the second time I picked him in stage 1, I wasn't going where I wanted him to. He was going to like other parts of the arena, not next to the opponent when I switched to player 1.
Right.
And that's one of the things I noticed at the end too. That last loss sucked because I was used to playing as player 2. And for a split second, I didn't realize I was player 1 and just walked into that bomb at the end.
Oh, no! That's exactly what I was going to lead to, is how did that end so fast at the end, you know, for matches that were so tight and just, nitty-gritty for minutes there. That last one, a single bomb kick from Manko, took you out. That explains it, though, just the wrong side of the screen. I mean, Manko, moving to you.
Gold, yeah.
Definitely. Manko, moving to you, I mean, how much experience with Bomberman do you have? Is this something, like I was saying to the viewers, I'm sure most of us have at least a little bit of gameplay in here, but what about yourself?
No, we played Super Bomberman 2 with some friends a few years ago. I played the NES version, so the strategy to put a bomb, run, and eliminate the others was that okay. So
Definitely.
But the new characters we have to adapt.
Right,
so
and that was something we were seeing on the fly there. A lot of you guys were utilizing these character abilities. I believe it was you, Manko, that selected Fake Bomberman. What was the deal with that choice?
No. I chose select Robber, and the one who has an invincibility second, and so like a shield. So when Baha with Kotetsu switched to my side, I get really scared because he wouldn't leave me. But I forgot that with Robber I can move to the other side of the room. So
get out of danger immediately.
hopefully I win the first two. So, and the boxing ring was no, I don't know. I think my guy runs, so maybe in the ring this will work, and he chose the same one. So
You guys,
the first
I think it
battle
was a.
was I don't know, was fun, and hopefully the final one, 5 seconds, I win, and so and I recently I heard the amazing Baja, so he confused, so sorry, but it was a fun match. It was good. Yeah.
It was definitely fun to watch, guys. No, great competition. Manko, you put up a win for Ryu's Ronin. You guys got the first match in the bag here. Potential to take the win here with Donkey Kong. Do you have any things you want to tell us about your team, or any things you maybe aces?
No. Really happy with my team. One of them, I don't know him personally. I don't know Alfaros. Seba is in Antofagasta. Beer Baron is in Punta Arenas, north and south of Chile. So,
Excellent.
really great team. And trying to train in the nights after work. It's the only time we can join to all of us.
It's glad to see some local boys getting together and trying to do things for the home team. So that's awesome to hear. Looking forward to see what you guys got coming for us. And Crescent's Crusaders, you guys still aren't out of it. Baja, that was just one match, and you guys still can redeem it. Nobody's out of it yet, but we are going to keep things moving. You two, thanks for being here. We'll see you next time.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay.
All right, gentlemen.
Both hashes are good. The two of you know the deal. Take out Armadillo. Get there as quick as you can. I am well aware that this game can be glitchy. Just try not to cause them intentionally. I'm waiting for both of you to be in the same position before I give the countdown.
Alright, so Sabumardo just getting to that start position.
I cannot see this game or hear any piece of the soundtrack without my brain immediately being infested with the DK rap. It lives rent-free in my head for the last, 15 years. Siba just getting into place here.
Yep. Almost there.
For future contestants, we would ask to try to be in this position already, please, just to save time.
Seba, please wait in front of the portal that takes you to Jungle Japes.
Alright. Almost there. Here we go.
Excellent.
Oh no.
It's okay, that's allowed. Alright. 3, 2, 1. Enter.
Alright. Get these guys deafened. Here we go.
Excellent. All right, so our first DK game of the day. Hoping to see some interesting things out of here. It's not a game I've played in some time, so I'm going to be pretty surprised by this. I did watch a playthrough just to get familiar with some of the strats and some of the things that could be used. Right off the bat here, trying to get to the high ground, pretty much just standard. Instead of walking along, you're able to just clip through with these vines at a far quicker pace, get to the gate, moving on.
Absolutely, and both contestants are gonna have to get those 60 bananas so they can get to the boss, Armadillo. In the game, you play, for those who don't know, you play as Donkey Kong, and you help Donkey Kong collect items and rescue all his family members who've been kidnapped by King K. Rool. But I believe none of the contestants, or we might be surprised, but they probably won't try to rescue anyone and just go for those initial 60 bananas to get to the boss as quickly as possible.
Yeah, there may be a strat in there somewhere that gives you more bonus per time, but it's really about investment here. You know, what's the quickest way to do it? We're doing speed run strats. This is a time where family does not come first.
To clarify that last comment there, Raph, as far as I'm aware, you have to rescue Diddy in order to access the 3 caves that give access to enough bananas, either through DK collecting them or Diddy with his free-range bananas.
Well, I might be wrong, but I saw a playthrough when some people were practicing, and they didn't go for Diddy. So I do think that there might still be enough bananas, although I might be wrong, without getting Diddy. I think that if I'm...
misses it. It takes some time, unfortunately. They were just about neck and neck. I mean, it doesn't really take too much off of Monkey's time, but that is a frustrating mess.
That is annoying because it is just the jank, kind of, not like a skill issue.
No, yeah, it's just I can't see where the hell these polygons are. Wolf with the Diddy rescue over here. See Mardu getting them out finally.
Seba does go for the rescue. And I just checked, and you can get, so there are 61 bananas exactly before rescuing anyone. Just so you can do it without rescuing anyone.
So it's extremely tight.
It's tight, yeah.
Okay, that was where I needed the clarification.
So actually, we will probably see some different strats then. Some people may be deciding to go for that rescue and some not.
He chose not to grab that banana down there. I'm not sure why.
Yeah, that might... Oh no.
Uh-oh.
No, that might be intentional though. Well, let's see.
Like we said, these aren't strats, that everyone's going to be taking the same way. As we see, Sibamardo's taking the traditional rescue people route, whereas Monkey's opting for these bonus banana balloons. And, of course, these N64 FPS projectiles are not doing it for him.
Absolutely. So, Seba on 43 bananas, and Monkey Bug, we'll see in a second what he's on.
Monkey Bug is at 55 bananas.
55, okay.
Which means that banana bunch... Alright, chat,
he's at 60,
for the update. 60 can be collected.
There we are. He already got him. So, yeah, it looks like Monkey Bug opting to not get Diddy got the 60 quicker.
Yeah.
These cutscenes are really starting to cut into Sibamardo's time. He's on the position where every second's going to matter.
So Monkey Bug now moving on to Armadillo, and has, I believe, a substantial now time advantage. I'm not sure what happened to Seba, but why is he only at... Oh, was that... I missed that?
That was like a super banana.
Okay, I see. I got worried for a second.
Okay. The golden bananas are collected as part of the overarching plot of the game.
I see.
We don't care about that for the purpose of this competition.
Which makes me curious as to why he picked it up. I know he's really got to make every second count right now, and he seems to just kind of be playing the game very traditionally.
Okay, that part I will answer. So, in order to go for the Rescue Diddy strat, you have to at least collect the first banana. That second one, I don't know why. Maybe that second banana is required to open up the tunnels that Seba's in.
Already, Monkey Bug taking Armadillo into his next phase, while Seba is still trying to track down those 60 bananas. It's not looking good. That Diddy strategy might just be a ship sinker.
And I believe you need 3 hits on Armadillo, so Monkey Bug already with that first one, waiting for the shots to finish to now throw the bomb and get that second hit in. He does get it in. And meanwhile, Seba is now moving on to the boss phase.
Seba finally getting his 60 and is going to have to face about 15 seconds of cutscene before he's even ready to battle. And a lot of the times in these old school games, the boss fights aren't too difficult. It's just a matter of wait and learn their pattern. You gotta wonder if there's enough error that Monkey Bug's gonna be able to produce to let Seba catch up, especially with only 1 hit remaining.
Yeah, 1 hit remaining. And I believe he got it now, so Monkey's done with the boss. Oh no, sorry.
It's over when the key is collected.
Yeah, and he's about to get it.
So that's a 603.
And Seba already at 610, not even started the boss fight. So a very clear win here for Monkey Bug in this second round.
In interest of time, do you think we
Why don't we get Monkey Bug in here while we let Seba finish?
Yes, sounds good. Monkey Bug, we got you unmuted, undeafened. We're still letting Seba finish their run, but needless to say, you took that home. That's another victory for you guys there. It's one of those things we've seen right off the bat, two different strategies get chose. Seba choosing to go and rescue Diddy. You, however, opting to say, I'm not here for my family, I'm here for bananas. Getting in there with 60 on the dot seemed to save you a definite amount of time. Is that something you noticed in your practice runs, or did you look something up for some research for this? Talk to me.
So Monkey Bug is muted, maybe, and he is typing in the chat.
Gotcha. So, all right, no worries.
Get you those responses. Meanwhile, Seba takes a hit. Monkey Bug does say in the chat that was routed out exactly and practiced.
Excellent, excellent. You could definitely tell you had a small slip up at the top of that palm tree just due to, Nintendo 64, lovely graphics, platforming. And up until that point, you guys were neck and neck, where Seba actually started to take a small lead on you. We did see you take some damage and recover pretty much immediately off those beaver rat things. Didn't seem to pose an issue for you in the long run, though. Being that it was pretty much exactly and routed down to the minute details, how much practice did you spend getting that in?
So we'll wait for Monkey Bug to type that in, and meanwhile Seba does get the last hit in on Armadillo.
And with the key collection, it'll submit time. Monkey Bug typing here.
Yeah, Monkey Bug also added earlier, I messed up a couple times and took damage I wasn't supposed to, but...
He said he practiced a bit this week. All right, well, I mean, Monkey Bug, that definitely looked like more than a bit, so no worries. I mean, you pulled out a victory for your team there. It's definitely something we love to see, somebody take naturally to the game, so very impressive. Star, I believe that, looking at our lineup here, that means we still have our third game in the race. Let's go ahead and get Seba on deaf and unmuted.
Yeah, here he is.
Yeah. Seba, I mean, you chose a different route, it looks like, from Monkey Bug, opting for the rescue Diddy, and unfortunately it started to eat into your time a little bit. We also had some questions about choosing to collect that second Super Banana. It would seem to be a couple of things where you almost fell into playing the game naturally. Did you practice any routes? Did you look up anything, or is this something where you just tried to play the game as it was intended, and however I get the quickest 60 is how I get the 60?
Well, hi to everyone. I don't have so much time like I want to have because I have to work to Friday, also work. I work to Monday to Thursday, but I only have time to play early in the morning. So I just realized to learn one route. Try to see if maybe speedrunners on YouTube have a better route, but was the one that I get to practice. So,
no, that's totally understandable. Sometimes it seems like the biggest boss to defeat is life's responsibilities. Don't they get in the way all the time? But no problem. I mean,
I also get confused with the leaderboard because it looked like so good times, like 3 minutes, and then some drastically 8, 10, 20 minutes.
20 minutes, you just got up and made a sandwich or something and came back and got your bananas afterwards. But no, I don't think you should be disappointed in your performance. It was something that you obviously had a route you were planning on taking. You executed it to the best of your ability. It just looked like Monkey Bug had a different route that got it done a bit quicker, but there weren't any huge errors in your run. There weren't any super big mess ups. I think you did great. That being said, it does take us down to the third match, gentlemen. So we're going to get moving on to there. Love talking to you as always, and we'll talk to you next time.
Thank you, Time Fresh. Goodbye. Have fun, everyone.
Absolutely.
All right, so sentiment echoed there. And that does bring us to 1-1 here in our Ryu's Ronin against Cressus Crusaders. So it does all come down to this. Round 3 on Armored Core.
It's going to be an exciting one. This is a game that is absolutely known for being fast-paced, hectic, sometimes brutal. And you can definitely tell where FromSoft started cutting their teeth, trying to make something that was punishing but rewarding. I think this game's going to come down a lot to the practice and how much the competitors have put in here. But it looks like we got our streams up. Looks like we're about ready. Wolf, if you want to hit them with the rules and get things kicked off, let's go.
All right, you mechanical masters. Get your mechs ready, and you get 2 opportunities to complete the mission. Stop gas exposure. Just get the best time out of those 2. Best time overall wins. If there are issues with completing the mission, then the one with more health at the end will take the victory. Alfaro, you can go until you see the dialogue launch sortie.
Not sure if you can hear us.
Go ahead and tap A one more time. There we go.
Okay.
Accept it. There we go. All right. 3, 2, 1, launch.
Excellent.
All right. There we go. Both deafened, and here we go. And so, Time, there's going to be also a bit of variance here because all participants can build their own mech. So, huge variety of attribute points and different combinations you can do.
Definitely no small part of why I wanted to see this run and why I'm happy we get it for a tiebreaker. It's like you're saying, the customization ability here is really going to allow for a ton of variance. Obviously, being a time-based thing, you're going to want to build around speed, but how much are you willing to sacrifice for that? These are games that are still going to need a little bit of firepower in here. You can't be a complete glass cannon just on roller skates. There's a lot of balance. Looks like both of them opting for the machine guns, however. Both of them taking slight damage, but nothing to really worry about. Choosing to yeet into these doors as fast as possible.
Yeah, so far Prota taking a bit of a lead there, but it's very slight. But Prota super quick on those bomb drops, but Alfaro as well. Just Alfaro is, I'd say, as Prota is in the lead in the gameplay and on the timer, I think there's about a 7 or 8 second lead here for Prota so far.
Yeah, I believe it looks like Prota has better strafing abilities, can able to keep himself airborne and navigate those turns really expertly. Whereas Alfaro, once he's in those bomb rooms, has to take it a little bit slower, seems a little bit clunkier. Not that he's falling behind too much, but I think that's where the gap's coming from.
Yeah. Oh, really? Oh, that is something we have to take into account then at the end.
Yep.
Thank you for that, Star. I hadn't noticed that.
Myself either.
So I guess, I'm not sure how we're gonna determine.
I would imagine just run the loading screen with a timer, subtract the time.
Yeah. Well, that'll only I'm sure that'll only be a problem if we get a very, very close end. Well, let's see. They both have 2 tries, so anything can happen.
Alfaro really tapping into these energy reserves, a few hundred more than what Prota is using, and I believe Prota still has a bit of a lead on him. He's going to want to watch that resource. This little bunny hop tactic, conserving energy for Prota and conserving momentum.
And Prota is staying in the air for much longer than Alfaro. I wonder if that's just a gameplay choice or if that's in the actual build that's allowing him to.
It looks like he possibly has more of a fuel tank reserve.
Yeah.
And it allows him to get a little bit more speed. If you notice, each time he uses that thrust, that initial propel is faster than what he can walk.
Yeah.
So I believe if he can keep feathering that, he gets a huge spin down these hallways.
And Alfaro now placing his 4th bomb, I believe, or 5th, sorry. And that's it for Prota. 3:02, final time. And Alfaro now making his way to the exit, if that was, in fact, his 5th bomb.
A 20-second difference, though. No loading screen takes 20 seconds.
No, and that's it. Alpha coming to the exit here. It's going to be a 3:31. So 30-second difference in this first round. We'll have to see how long the actual time is without the loading screen, but it's definitely not 30 seconds. So
no, I'm comfortable saying Proto got the first round on this one, but we still got a couple more to go. El Farrell can redeem himself.
Yeah. Well, it is going to be
change builds.
It isn't. I don't believe it's like a round vs round. It's just going to be the fastest time for each, I believe, unless I'm mistaken. So I think at the moment it's going to be 3:01 for Prota best time and 3:31 for Alfaro. So I believe I assume both.
He just launched sortie right away.
Yeah, I think Prota. I think they just go into.
You can go.
Yeah. Prota just go. There we go. All right, so Alfaro now gonna obviously try to put in a better. Well, both gonna try to put in better times here. I think it's gonna be difficult for Prota to beat that, as I think his PB was at 2:59 or something. So he's only 2 seconds behind his PB.
What a fantastic performance to bring out on competition day. You know, normally you see so often where people put in a lot of practice, pull down some awesome personal bests, and just don't even come close to that, either due to the pressure or what have you. Very exciting to see close to his PB.
And again, I'm just so amazed with Prota just literally not wasting any time with those bomb. Literally, it's just part of the movement. He continues to strafe as he
touches
places the bomb. Yeah.
Detonation device planted.
Once more. Yep, got it perfectly. It's like he's on rollerblades, I swear.
Yeah.
It almost looks like... Go ahead.
To clarify the objective, each participant gets 2 chances to run this mission. The better time is submitted, and whoever gets the better time out of their 2 attempts wins this.
Gotcha.
So right now, Prota on good pace for another around 3 minutes run, which again is already really impressive to do once, but he's looking to do it a second time here. Alfaro, taking getting blocked there by taking damage from the enemies and slowing him down, and he got blocked in that corridor for a bit, but bounced back now.
Prota over here just executing this like he did it in his sleep. Even so much so as choosing to take the left path around the last bomb room he was in, because it's not on the back of that one, it's on the left side. Just expert skills here.
And both competitors must be feeling the pressure as they know that their team's elimination is really on their back.
All coming down to this for both teams. You've got to be giving it your all, and it's not that I think Eero Pharaoh is not. What I was going to say earlier, I have no proof, but it looks like Prota has a better max speed. It looks like he's clipping down these hallways faster when there's a straightaway, nothing in your way.
We'll have to ask him about his build.
Yeah, definitely. And with this level resulting in so many straightaways, it seems like that would be what you want to do.
And Prota now placing his 5th bomb.
But the first one he messed up.
Yeah, did mess it up. I think it would have been a sub 3 minute if he hadn't messed it up, or close to 3 anyway. But now it's about 2:53, making his way to that exit. And I think we can already say that this is a win for Prota, as Alfaro is already over 3 minutes and 10 seconds here in his second attempt. And here we go, Prota with 3:05 in his second attempt, only slightly less than in his first attempt, but 2 very impressive attempts. But that's nothing to take away from Alfaro here, coming out with 3:25, very impressive as well.
Absolutely.
Just came down to 20 seconds, really.
In such a let's get these guys unmuted, undeafened. There's definitely questions we got for them. Definitely things we want to know, guys. What a matchup! You guys were neck and neck through damn near this whole competition in both runs. El Farrell choosing to get out of here, no big deal. But Prota, it was one of those things we saw that you maintained one hell of a pace. You kept things moving at an amazing clip. You feathered that jetpack in such a way where you got that little extra boost of momentum. You weren't taking things to the floor. Your energy reserves were always, your fuel gauge, was always being maintained very well. Talk to me about your build. Were you optimizing for those long hallways? Were you optimizing for fuel efficiency? What were we looking at there?
Yeah, definitely a little bit of both. I wanted the boost power to be able to make boosting, worth it. But the important thing was, practicing how to do the short pops, or even when you are boosting in the air, just kind of like letting it go and going back and forth so you can kind of recoup some of that energy cost. So I definitely played around a lot with the like generator and booster setups. And, even after coming up with a build, because yeah, that's half the battle, but it really came down to just like practicing the stage and really getting to know the stage and finding out where can you kind of like get a little more off your time, try to hug those corners for the turns, try to not let the gate stop you, because usually you have to wait for the gate to fully open. But if you find that sweet spot, you can kind of go in before the gates open all the way. And those are just the kind of tricks you find out as you practice it and as you try to figure out where you can shave those seconds. So
Yeah,
they're super important. And just finding a way to do things, like if you notice the bombs,
the bomb rooms were what I was going to address next. You navigated those rooms expertly, and even I wanted to point out the one where you, instead of going right, you went left, because you're like, this one isn't on the back, it's just on the left side.
Yes, yeah, exactly. So, and that was a tricky one. There's plenty of times, so during practice, I went to the back thinking, wait, no, bomb number 3 is on the left side. So having that memorized, but also just practicing how to place the bomb while still moving and not losing momentum. Because I felt like when I first practiced it, that was taking a while. It's very finicky, the interaction for placing the bombs. So first it was just figuring out, okay, what's the right angle I have to be to hit it? And now it's like, okay, can I do that while I'm still moving? And after practicing that for a while, like I was able to kind of eventually get it so that 9 out of 10 of the times I'd be able to do it. But I think on that last run, you saw I missed the bomb and had to like do a slide back to hit it. So it could be risky. But
you were on target to pull pretty close to your 302 again. That was your best time, was your first run. I saw, and we were discussing your personal best being only a handful of seconds away from that. So to bring that out on competition day is fantastic.
I was very happy to bring that out. Very happy with my performance.
Well, I mean, you kept things going. Cressus Crusaders stays in the competition, but on that note, Ryu's Ronin unfortunately does not. And we are going to get you moving along. We're going to have Manko Dax say a couple things for their team as we get things out of here. But thanks for playing, Proto. Love to see it. And we'll see you next time.
See you next time.
Thanks, Proto. And let's get Manko Dax in here.
All right, Manko. So unfortunately, it's one of those times, man. Yeah, the Ryu's Ronin fought hard. They kept the competition going for weeks after weeks, and you guys really put in the effort. But the curtain falls today. Anything you wanted to say?
No, thank you all. It was a really nice season, really tough weeks. Group C was a tough group. Crest Crusaders was an amazing team, so congratulations to all of them. And thank you all. To all my teams, Ivamardo, Alfaro, Bir Baron. We will continue playing, and we will return next year. And hopefully, at least quarterfinals again. Quarterfinals is a really good spot. And and I am happy and sad, but it was a really, really good run.
No, and
thank you, all of your team.
I remember
enough.
I remember last year, actually, a similar sentiment. It's awesome to hear you still have this positive attitude, and despite being knocked out, you guys placed awesomely. Like you said, this isn't a bad place to end up at all. And to hear you're already thinking about coming back next year with the team again, that's awesome. But we're going to be happy to have you here.
We will, and good luck to all of the other quarterfinals, and we will watch semi and finals. So this is awesome, and thank you.
Absolutely, you're more than welcome, Manko. But we'll keep things moving along, and we'll talk to you next time.
Congrats, Manko, and congrats to your whole team. We look forward to seeing you next year.
And we will. Goodbye.
All right, looks like we already have David in here for our next team. Star, what's that lineup looking like?
So It's looking like it's going to be Donkey Kong first this time.
There are scheduling issues, which is why the teams requested that DK takes over first. I allowed it.
No worries.
Sounds good. So it's going to be David against Nikki here.
Just waiting on the team page to get brought up. Looks like we've got Hyrule's Heroes, represented by Nikki and DK, and Kirby's Knights, who is going to be David over there. Well, gentlemen, it comes down to this. Wolf, take it over.
I actually cannot yet. I'm still waiting for... There we go. It's... Alright. My apologies. Discord wishes to be a pain. Hashes are loaded. As I explained the rules, Nikki, please wait in front of the Jungle Jape's door. Rules are simple. Use DK, his strength, and whatever other plans you have. Well, okay, no intentional glitches, but otherwise, get your 60 colored bananas, take out Armadillo, and do the thing. Alright, 3, 2, 1, banana!
All right.
Okay. Well, let's see what strats we get this time if both decide to do the no rescue routes, or if...
I think if anybody was trying to do Diddy, after seeing that first match, if they were watching, I feel like they're using their spare time to look up some quick strats and routes to not have to use Diddy. Are you seeing the instability in this?
It's looking like David's having some graphical
It's not
issues.
even the stream. Yeah, it's something with the 64 emulation.
Hopefully that doesn't affect their gameplay too much.
Donkey Kong 64 is one of the more technologically impressive games out there, originally requiring, for one reason or another, the Rumble
memory pack. Yeah.
Or not the memory, the expansion pack. Oh, there are so many packs for the Nintendo 64. We're losing track of them all.
Just start shoving cartridges in that thing. It's okay.
And also the only... Sorry, go ahead, Wolfman.
I fear for the day that someone brings the lock-on technology from the Sega Genesis over to the N64. That would just cause chaos.
Just because we could doesn't mean we should.
And also, I believe Donkey Kong 64 the only, to this day, 3D Donkey Kong game.
Fully 3D, I believe you're right.
So both seem very neck and neck here, both opting to buy that coconut shooter, so they're both going to go for those bonus bananas in the balloons.
It's really just too good of a time investment not to. It takes a little bit of time to get up into that shack, but now everything you pop, easy nanas.
Yeah, but seems like David has a tiny time advantage, as they were at the same spot, but David's about 11 seconds behind on the timer. Although,
David missing a banana and might actually be doing the Diddy route here, I don't know.
It's also looking like David's seconds are going slower. I wonder if this is affected by this whole graphical problem we're seeing.
I'm paying attention to the timers. I am not noticing major issues with the timer.
Okay.
DK64 is just one of the trickier games. Also, to clarify an earlier comment, no matter if you rescue Diddy or not, you're going to want that coconut gun.
Yeah.
Okay. Bananas are just those balloons, 10 bananas, too valuable to miss.
Yeah. I believe 10 bananas each, so 20 bananas total.
So making his way into the boss room here at a clean 60, Nikki getting there first, but honestly, David not far behind at all. We're going to have about mostly 15, 20 seconds of cutscenes before we're really able to get into the boss fight here. But all in all, these guys are neck and neck. I don't know, it just never really seemed like a functional lock system to me. It seemed like more of a hassle. I wouldn't want to have to feed a hippo every time I got home to open my door. Those emulation issues also extending to audio.
Seems like the game is high on something at the moment.
Yeah, it's definitely struggling. Maybe this is one of those cosmic rays from the Mario speedruns or something. I really thought it was going to struggle more with the flashing lighting effects in this, seeing how the emulator handled it previously.
Yeah. Even with the RAM expansion pack, this game can be very laggy. And there are certain situations where sometimes all it can do is chug. I do not believe the time differences will matter for the purposes of this, so I am not worried.
Nikki taking a hit, and honestly, with it being this damn close, those hits are going to be valuable. Seconds count in a situation like this.
It primarily matters when the hit takes place, and also how much health you have.
Right.
So if you take damage at the end of the fireball barrages, then yes, that costs more. But note the barrel placement. I believe Nikki has this. But it is a little soon to say.
I don't know. One key collect away. Yeah, I don't think it's gonna. 509. Really got to see how this pattern goes if he's going to be able to get to that key spawn in time. How long is this cutscene going to take?
This will be close.
Yeah.
This could be a situation where running up to the key makes the difference. Go, 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 go! Oh my god, we gotta go to the decimals! We gotta go to the decimals!
Oh.
I have to check the leaderboard right now.
That is insane. That is insane. We have an almost down to the second run. It is down to the second. Oh!
Wow.
Whoa! 0.3 seconds, folks. 0.3 seconds is how that victory is decided. What a way to kick off these two teams with Donkey Kong 64. Holy shit. Let's get these guys undeafened, unmuted. Wow. Oh my god. All right, gentlemen, what a run. It was absolutely neck and neck. We had to go to the leaderboards on that because you both finished with a 509. You both finished with a 509. We had to go to the decimals. And it was only 0.3 seconds away. That is how close. It was the run up to the banana that decided, or the run up to the key that really decided that whole matchup. 0.3 seconds. Raph, do you want to reveal the victor?
Hello? Can you guys hear me? Sorry, Wolfman. I didn't hear who won, so Wolfman, why don't you confirm who won?
I believe it was David, yeah?
Yeah, David had the time advantage at the end. I just need to clarify one minor thing. David, did you seriously try to pull that off with a phone?
So, both are muted. Let's see if they type for us.
That is going to be an unfortunate one if we can't get an interview out of either of those guys. Oh, man. If there was a time to talk, it is now, gentlemen. All right, Nikki, all right. Holy shit, man. It came down, like I said, to 0.3 seconds of a difference. That is probably the closest matchup we've seen in the Olympics so far this year. I would put it right on the same level of the fighting showdowns we had last year, where it came down to you couldn't see HP on either person's bar. How much did you practice your runs in this? How much going into this were you trying to nail this?
See, I've played this game for over 20 years now, and this week I probably put, like 12 hours of practice into just this run.
Damn.
At first I was opening the door like Seba did earlier, but there's enough bananas in the beginning area to just avoid Diddy completely.
Right, yeah, and that's what we saw in that first match, and holy shit. So your practice didn't go, unnoticed. You guys, like I said, neck and neck the whole damn thing. Clearly, you guys were using the same strats here. How do you feel about just losing it by 0.3 seconds?
Pretty pissed. It was that damn balloon. Those balloons, man, in the practice, they killed me every fucking time. I swear they did.
And that's what we're seeing. It's where the mess ups are happening in these neck and neck battles. It isn't a freaking skill issue. It comes down to just the N64 being an N64.
Yeah.
But no, man, I don't think you should be pissed at all. That was fucking awesome. Like that's the competitions we're here for.
I appreciate that.
Definitely. I mean, David, you're out there. He apparently was playing this on a phone.
But David did confirm he was playing on a controller.
Gotcha. All right. So still.
Yeah, to clarify the situation, the times stand regardless of device.
Oh, yeah, no, that's totally fine. But it was just insane that, okay, that explains his graphical issues. Just either way, gentlemen, an awesome way to kick off both your teams' competition here, bringing us into the next two. You know, it is Kirby Knight's one up for you, but I mean, 0.3 seconds isn't much of a big up. Even though it's one whole point, that means you guys still have some awesome competitors in the wings waiting. I believe there's some huge games coming ahead of us. I'm just blown away. I'm being crude. I'm swearing left and right because that was just awesome. That was just awesome.
I'm happy I was able to put on a show for you guys.
Definitely. But we'll keep things moving and see you guys next time. Thanks for being here.
Absolutely.
I'm still just geeking. That was nuts.
That was so crazy.
All right. I mean, I hate to move it on, but if I don't, I'm just going to keep talking about that. What do we got next? We shuffled up the games a little bit for some time schedules. Who do we have? It looks like we got Excellent. Bringing it back to Bomberman. I see him here getting it pulled up. God, that was awesome. All right.
Back to Bomberman.
These two know what to do, so good luck. Get the thing started. Win with 3 characters. Do the thing. Make sure that you're both selected. I don't think both of you are in the game right now.
There we go. All right. We'll get them muted and deafened and show this down. All right.
All right.
Kicking things off, we got to get them deaf. There we go.
So Arius going for that gray variant of the Gold Bomber, so we're gonna have that dash ability, and Live Retro going for the Cat Bomber, so he's gonna have a I believe
like a charged special.
Yeah, charged that can actually be. You can use it as a dash actually, but you can also use scurries in random directions and will stun opponents on collision. So
it looks like it's a little risk versus reward here. You don't know where you'll end up running in a random direction, but hey, that stun could be huge.
Live Retro going for the egg mount? Sorry, go ahead.
I was just going to say that. Unlike the first match, we see somebody opting to use one of these mounts here.
So this
really starting to... Sorry, go ahead.
No, this particular mount... Oh. So loses it.
Live Retro really starting to bankroll a lot of these power-ups, monopolizing quite a few of them if I'm keeping track of these things. No!
Gets a hit.
Kicked his bomb into Live Retro's own bomb. Arius takes the first death. Still one more to go if he wants to take the match.
Yep. So again, gonna slowly go through those crates.
Traditional Bomberman as I know it. Slow build up.
Arius gets the bigger range and is going to pick up a second one now. So we'll now have 2-time upgraded range, but Live Retro gets one of their own.
Also was able to pick up a speed earlier. Oh man, Arius using that dash to secure a ton of specials right up there, but gets locked in. The kick saves him.
Yeah, that was
very, very fast reaction time out of Arius there. Narrowly avoided destruction.
Again, using that dash ability very well to get out of danger. And again,
what I'm seeing out of Live Retro is starting to use these combo kicks, waiting for that first one to blow up and timing that kicked one to come in to get extra range out of there. And it's what grilled Arius earlier, or excuse me, it's what grilled Live Retro earlier, and is trying to employ the same tactic back.
Oof. both playing very well here, taking their time, both getting trapped but managing to get out at the last second.
See, when all the boxes are eliminated, you almost have that. Oh shit!
Wow.
And just like that, so Arius dumped a ton of bombs, I believe, and ended up not being able to manage them. All triggered off of Live Retro's own bomb.
So 1-1 here.
Chain explosions really seem to be the name of the game for these two fighters, whereas the first matchup was more just strategic placement and trying not to lose your cool. It's interesting to see the different competitors take different approaches to a game that is so simple to learn but difficult to master.
Absolutely. Aerosol going for a mount of his own. And we did actually talk with Live Retro before the competition today. They said that Bomberman is a game in one of their favorite franchises, and they're very happy to play Neo Bomberman today and hope to have a very good match.
Excellent, excellent. We'll see if that comes true, and if not, I'm sure we'll have an interview worth listening to.
Yeah.
Utilizes that mount very successfully.
Yeah.
Chooses to get rid of Live Retros, back down to just one hit each now. Plenty of power-ups on the board. Liv not really having much reach right now. Playing good denial, though, from those resources, keeping Arius from getting up there.
And using Arius using that dash ability.
Oh, and locked in! He's done!
Manages to trap Live Retro and gets this first round.
All right, but there's still more on the docket here. Just one win doesn't take it all.
So,
Live Retro.
We're gonna reset. All right,
Return
Live Retro.
Kotetsu.
Yeah, going for Kotetsu. Oh no, they're resetting.
Yeah, with most of the formats where we have to win with 3 different characters, expect resets like this often. Usually, arcade games really like to force you to stick to the character that you started with. It's annoying at times.
So both going for Kotetsu. So Kotetsu, as a reminder, has the teleport ability.
The bushes really add to that, I think, teleport use and obstructs it even more. You don't get to see him charging it up. I'm not familiar if they can use that ability in there, but if so, that's a whole nother layer of strategy.
Also, as an addition to earlier, I believe they reset because one of the rules is the loser gets to choose the next map. And so I believe they had to reset so that Arius could, so Live Retro could host. If I'm not mistaken.
So what's interesting here that I'm noticing too is between both the characters being able to teleport and these 4 blue circles allowing teleport, you have a ton of map control and map mobility. This isn't going to be one of those simple walk in a straight line type of games with so much movement.
Yeah. So are those teleporters on the map kind of negating the, base ability that would have brought the advantage it would have brought?
No, I think it just opens you up to more movement. Whereas those teleporters can be used at your leisure if you really get into a bad situation.
Arius
didn't have time to execute that move. I almost feel like he should have went for that blue teleporter instead of trying to use his special.
Yeah.
But that's what I was trying to say, is it allows you 2 forms of exit. One is an oh shit button, so to speak, and one if you want to plan it.
But you were definitely right that this is going to be a more less straight matchup and more using the abilities and seeing what happens. So Arius slowly going through those crates. Now that the middle of the map is open, and now they're back next to each other. Let's see how they play this. Live
Speed
Retro
pickup for Liv.
Yeah, gets a speed pickup.
Is it just me, or is the foliage destructible?
It definitely is.
Yeah, it is.
Looks like the only things that aren't are the teleporters and the rocks. Something a little bit interesting about this map too, you're noticing nobody's opting to go to that top row of that waterfall, preventing egrets from left to right. Those last few chests might be tempting, but you put yourself in a very precarious position.
Yeah.
Trying to get that chain reaction live with a kick. Arya sees it coming though and manages to get out of the way just in time.
And again, Ares gets a mount. Pardon me, Live Retro gets a mount.
And just waiting for the moment to capitalize. And this is where the teleporters and the special ability is going to come in handy. Sure, you're fast now, but I can move around anywhere.
Oh! There we go, Live Retro, 2-0, taking this one. So I believe
that was Arius, wasn't it?
That was Arius that won that one.
Pardon me, my bad. Okay, so it's 1-1 now, I believe.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
So we're 1-1.
The previous matchup was Live Retro, correct?
Arius just won that last one.
No, but I mean the one before that was Live Retro.
So we're 1-1.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. Yeah. So in this third and possibly final match, no, definitely not final, as it's 3 wins needed. But in our third matchup here, we've got Live Retro with, I believe, Atomic Bomber,
Arius
who has an invincible ability. So can get invincible for 2 seconds, but that will make them immobile, so it's again a risk. You can't move, but you're invincible. And there we go, first hit there. Live Retro gets it, 1-0.
Just has to get one more here to take it home.
On the other hand, Arius's Honey character has a Heart Bomb ability, so he can transform one of Honey Bombs into a Heart Bomb.
You know what the Heart Bomb does?
I'm trying to figure that out. She can repeat this action to transform more of her bombs when they are placed. Okay, here we go. Heart bombs will frantically scurry around in random directions.
Ooh, alright, it's a bomb chew.
Yeah.
There is some minor confusion. There's some minor confusion in chat.
Go ahead.
Sorry, there's some minor confusion in chat regarding the results of the first match. I thought it was Arius who won the first match, but apparently some are also thinking it was Live Retro. We may need someone to reconfirm that, because I still have to pay attention to the current match.
Yeah, no worries. That's what I'm doing too. In my mind, it was Live Retro then Arius, but
I thought it was Live Retro as well. But yeah, we need to confirm that.
I mean, Honey's character really brings a whole new, description to the term love bombing, I guess. Not quite toxic, but very explosive.
Oh, and as you say that, Arius gets another hit, another death, and so this one goes to Live Retro.
Excellent. Well, let's get a little bit of confirmation before we call this competition here.
Well, either way...
Just based on them stopping, I think we were correct.
Well, no, because even if Live Retro won the first one, they're only at 2-1 now. They need that third win.
Ah, correct.
But yeah, we
get so confused between the best ofs and the victory.
Exactly.
Yeah,
but definitely.
So it looks like we are. All right, chat. All right. Thank you, chat, for confirming what I thought. Arius has the 2-1 lead right now.
Oh, really? So we were wrong then. Okay, so Arius got that first win. All right, so 2-1 for Arius. So Live Retro just got their first win. So actually, Arius was at 2-0 in that previous match. Sorry.
Our error there, guys. Sorry for the confusion, but that does mean that Live Retro is just starting to turn this ship around and can hang in it after that last competition.
So let's see if they can come back and bring it to 2-2, or...
Oh, he's not doing it this life! No, Honey says, That's got to be frustrating. I'm seeing chat mention that he has huge experience with Bomberman games. You were telling me earlier that he was wanting to really bring a good performance to this. I'm sure he's facing a little bit of pressure.
Yeah.
And feeling probably a little bit destabilized.
And the character that Live Retro is using now is the Hayate bomber. I'm not sure how you pronounce that. Hayate, thank you. And Hayate can actually lay fake bombs. So that's really interesting to see.
Very interesting. Psych out your opponent and get him to move into your actual bomb. Oh no! Accidentally moves into that death poison.
Oh! Loses
I don't
the
think
mount.
he's able to lay bombs for a while here.
Yeah, is that what the flashing purple...
I'm actually not sure. He was just able to lay one there.
The flashing purple is a poison effect. I want to say the specific effect is random each time you pick it up, or it could be each random per specific instance of the tile. It's... I don't know, I just try to avoid them.
I have encountered them where they reverse your controls.
So right now, Live Retro is one hit away from being out of the match. And
Honey.
Honey loses the mount. So now
manages to keep that cool. Very close battle and a lot of bombs flying right there. I thought Honey was going to go off that mount right into from the frying pan into the fire. Both players have enough reach to play the long game now. Just because we're not next to each other doesn't mean it's not still a threat. Starting to now look at combos once again. Oh, didn't fall into the trap this time. It was the exact same square if I'm right, too.
Considering that both have bomb kicks, that's going to make this final minute interesting, especially since we haven't yet seen a specific feature. Hopefully it shows up this battle.
I would like to see a heart bomb or a fake bomb or, you know, some of these character abilities, because once you're pretty much down to this nitty-gritty, you need to be using all the tools in your arsenal.
Yeah. And Aris stayed just out of that blast radius.
There it is. That's what I was waiting for.
So the map now
gets filled in.
Yeah, getting smaller. Oof. Both competitors are going to feel that pressure.
It's going to keep going. Oh, okay. I thought it was going to keep going even further.
So they get a little bit of respite. And, I thought it was Live Retro, but Arius takes the hit first. So 1-1 in this fourth matchup here. Again, if Live Retro takes one hit, they're going to be out of the competition.
This is fantastic. He's bringing it back from the brink.
Yeah, if Live Retro can get this one, it's going to bring it to 2-2 and to a fifth round. Let's see if Live Retro manages to do it.
When those blocks start falling, you got to imagine pressure mounts something fierce. You've already lived for almost 2 minutes against a competitor who's been practicing just as much as you and has already shown their mettle. So now when the game is now starting to work against you, it has to just be an absolute psychological torment. A thrown bomb over there!
Yeah, Live Retro gets the glove pickup and now is able to throw bombs. And throws it from the opposite direction. Oh no, that one back. Yeah.
I think if you could utilize a fake bomb throw and then a real bomb throw over the... If he does a fake bomb over the wall and a real bomb over the middle, I think it would send her towards the real one to try and get out of that fake one, but I don't know. I just want to see more character skills here.
I'm not sure. Have we seen any fake bombs from Live Retro, or maybe I haven't noticed them?
Maybe we're just like the, sports commentators who get psyched out by the fake out. Maybe we have and we don't know.
Maybe they look exactly the same, so we haven't noticed.
Yes. I know I haven't seen any scary and love bombs, though.
No, I don't think I have either. Both with mounts now, so a tiny bit of breathing room. Live Retro deciding to break those two crates at the top, but nothing comes out of them.
Still a couple more places for resources here, really trying to see what's available, and it's not coming up strong.
Last crate here, but it's empty.
Honey loses her own mount. Oh! And just like that, Live Retro puts himself on evil footing as well.
Yeah. Caught trapped, unfortunately. So now it really comes down to this. Oof.
Board's gonna start closing in once again.
Yeah. You've got to think Live Retro, both are feeling the pressure, but Live Retro must be really feeling it, knowing he's one hit away from being out of the competition.
And also just being a reputable name in Bomberman. He really wants to be strong here today.
And there we go. Map starts thinning now. Oh no! Oh, gets just out of reach of that. Oh no! Live Retro gets stuck.
That's it. Live Retro unable to hang on much longer. Almost took it to the final match, but Arias able to take home the win, taking home Bomberman.
Very impressive performance by both.
If we can get the team page up, Star. Oh, wait. No, it's over, right? Yeah, it's over.
Yeah, it's over. Let's get
Arias
these
has
two
it
in.
3-1 if based off of my understanding.
Yes.
Yep, yeah, it's over. I just saw him starting to play again, so yeah.
Let's get these guys within. Live Retro, Arias, can you hear us?
Yes.
So, Arias, congratulations to you. You took the win 3-1. It was a very close matchup. You led by 2-0. There was a bit of confusion on end, but you did have 2-0. Live Retro was able to come back and get that round in the third round, but then you came back and got it. I feel like the last round there, the very last two rounds were very, very close. Both went to the very end where the map started thinning. Give us your thoughts.
A lot of pressure. Oof, big relief, but this is over.
Well, you had a very good performance, even under the pressure. Talk to us about your practice and your training coming into this.
My experience with Bomberman is kind of very limited.
Well, it didn't show. Yeah, sorry, go ahead.
PvP Bomberman started like a couple days ago, so it's kind of not a lot of experience.
Well, it didn't show you. It was an admirable performance. Any final thoughts for the competition moving forward?
Let's go, Donkey. Can do it.
Okay. Live Retro, can you hear us?
Yes.
So, unfortunately, as I was saying, a very close final round, but Arias did take it. Give us your thoughts on the matchup today and how close it was.
Well, Bomberman is a franchise I'm very familiar with. So, I train this weekend, but I'm more comfortable with the Super Bomberman franchise. I'm not familiar with Neo Bomberman, but yeah, it was a fun match.
Definitely, well, it was fun on our end to watch as well, and you still had an admirable performance. Any thoughts on the final matchup here in the competition moving forward?
Probably will be a very close match because David Galactic training too, so we will see what we will going.
All right. Well, thanks to both of you for today. As I said, once again, a very close matchup, very entertaining for us to watch. Congrats to you both. We look forward to seeing you again.
Thank you.
All right, I already have this next stream up, and I just got to give Doggy a shout out. I don't know if you're seeing this, but we have a Meta Knight emblem representing their Armored Core. So I think we don't even have to play the match. They win. They went fastest. We're good. I think I saw a Super Metroid bot as well. Jesus, they win. Doggy wins. It's over. No, but no, we got Armored Core coming up, guys. It looks like our contestants are getting just things in order. If you guys want to go ahead and navigate to the mission sortie or accept launch sortie page, Wolf will give you the countdown here. But otherwise, I think we're ready.
And again, while we wait for that, both teams so far going to 1-1 going into the third and final round. So no one wants to be eliminated out of this competition. These quarterfinals, as close as they can be. 1-1 here for Hyrule Heroes and Kirby's Knights. It all comes down to this.
Doggy opting to unbind fast forward because much like me, I'm sure they would automatically just hit it, not meaning to. I find myself pressing my keybind for fast forward in modern games. Oh yeah.
All right, so just waiting for Wolfman here to give us the go ahead. Wolfman, you're muted. I don't know if you're aware of that, maybe.
right?
Galactic Mouse. I don't. Who? All right. I'm being told to acknowledge and give a shout out to Galactic Mouse.
All right. The Galactic Mouse has been shouted out. To Doggy and Galactic Spear, 2 attempts on this mission. I presume you are both ready. I've verified both hashes, so 3. Oh, before I forget, once you finish your first attempt, you may immediately go to your second. 3, 2, 1, go.
All right, so Voice is losing his mind after we get these guys deafened. In chat over here, he's like, no, he has a Kirby on his mech, Galactic. Apparently, I'm the mouse. I don't fucking. Oh, sure, but yeah, over on the left shoulder, you can see he's got, and it's a Mega Man thing. It looks like. All right, damn it, I'm struggling now. They both need to win.
Oh yeah, I hadn't noticed it was a Mega Man. Wow, that's cool.
The creativity, it's fun to see, even though it doesn't really make you faster or change the dynamics of how fast you're going to be able to complete this course. Having fun with it. You like to see it.
So Galactic had a tiny bit of difficulty with that door, but doesn't plant the bomb on his first strafe through, has to go through again. So maybe
having trouble with these doors, Galactic. Ugh.
So I believe now Galactic coming into the second bomb room here, and no problems. Yeah, no problems.
A little bit of difficulty getting out. Seeing Doggy use that hover strat, but unfortunately about out of fuel.
And then gets a bit stuck at the door. But Doggy in the lead here.
Solid bomb placement.
Third bomb room. Done.
Let's see if either of them recall swapping to the left side here to try and save some seconds.
Yeah, so I think Doggy just went through that one. That was the one he just did. Now onto the
here.
Oh no, sorry. So you're right. He hadn't done it yet. That was the third one. Also, I thought Doggy had more of a lead. Actually, they're very, very close.
Oh, Galactic overshot his on the left side.
Yeah.
He's losing some big time here.
So they were very close. Now Doggy a bit more of a lead here.
Still anybody's game for sure. We're talking 5-6 seconds.
Yeah. And also Doggy, I just noticed Doggy is a bit ahead on the timer as well. So they might actually be very close.
Really running that fuel gauge low as well.
All right, Galactic coming into the fourth bomb room here, and no problems placing the bomb very quickly.
Yeah, so it does look like Galactic might have a little bit of a lead here.
So
Doggy also no issues.
Galactic able to pass Doggy here.
I think it's these straightaways making up for it. He's got a little bit better control of that boost. Seems to have more of a fuel reserve. Doggy is constantly riding the empty tank.
And Retro Kaiser saying in the chat that the blue armor reminds him of Ghost in the Shell. Takuma said, I see it. Yeah, I see it.
I definitely can. Yeah, needs a little bit more of a chibi voice and some wiggling around cutesy moves, but this one plants bombs.
All right. Galactic places that fifth and final bomb, now moving towards the exit. Oh, but Doggy... Okay, I was completely lost. Doggy now finishes his run. 3:01. So ties for best time. We'll have to see with the decimals, but same time as Proto.
But 10 seconds behind Galactic Spear. Not bad at all. Still a very powerful run. But they each got one more in the bank here to try and squeeze out a few more seconds if they think they can do better. Do we have an idea what these guys' personal bests were?
I don't, unfortunately.
It'd be interesting to know. Either way, something to ask after to see if this is something that they're proud of or just not up to snuff due to the competition.
I mean, either way,
absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely. Especially the 3:01. I think the best time overall for everyone in the practice leading up to today was, I believe, 2:57. So 3:01 is, it's right
insane.
There.
All right, awesome.
So now Galactic is gonna have to really try to catch up those 11 seconds.
Ooh, Doggy, unfortunately, finding some difficulty navigating these pillars in that first bomb room. Even though they started earlier, it doesn't matter. Remember, it's all just about how fast you can beat the clock. You're not racing the other person. Not so to speak. Beautiful bomb placement on a Galactic, able to get out of that room. Again, having trouble with these doors. I think that's where a lot of his time is getting lost. If you remember the Proto interview, he said sometimes you can catch that sweet spot right in the middle before they open. And with so many doors in this map, those half a seconds adds up to that 10, which was his deficit.
Absolutely, and here you saw just what you were saying, Galactic not able to hit that middle and got a bit sucked to the side.
Yeah.
Wastes a second there. But yeah, those seconds do add up.
I mean, in a game where we're looking at, 3-4 seconds between personal bests of damn near everybody involved, everything like those door getting the gaps, that's going to matter.
And so far, I'm not sure. Is this the third? Yeah, this is the third bomb room for Doggy. He gets that left bomb. And I'm not sure where Galactic is. I think he might also be coming right to that same bomb room.
I'm thinking so.
Yeah, yep. So Galactic a few seconds behind, but also started later. Yeah, there's about almost 30 seconds less on his timer, on their timer. So
we're actually pretty neck and neck.
Yeah.
Timer difference right now on screen is about 15 seconds. So I do think Galactic Spear may be catching up, if I understand correctly.
Galactic in the lead. Yeah, maybe a 10 to 15 second lead here in the second
This
round.
is definitely things where, we're seeing both of these competitors struggle with the doors, the hallways. We're getting hung up on these pillars in the bomb room. Galactic had such a beautiful run the first time.
Oh
my God!
Doggy really struggling there because of that door. That's horrible to see.
Sorry, I got the names mixed up. I was saying Doggy had such a beautiful run the first time. You got to wonder if they were getting a little bit higher on their horse, thinking, I just have to do that again, or this one doesn't matter, or whatever. But we're seeing some... these collisions are really not doing them any favors. It is allowing Galactic to catch up, though. I just don't know if it's going to result in something better than a 301.
It's looking like it's going to be a 306 or 7, I think. Let's see. Oh no! Why is he not finishing the run? Oh, I guess he knew he wasn't going to get better than 301, so I had a bit of fun there at the end. Galactic, let's see if they can get... Oh no, but it's already 307 here. So a very impressive performance by both. But Doggy does take this one, so that is going to be a win for Hyrule Heroes, and unfortunately Kirby's Knights are eliminated. Let's get these two in.
All right, gentlemen, what a run here. First, we're going to give some shout-outs to the mechs. I mean, I see what looks to be like a Samus mech with Doggy, a Meta Knight emblem, fantastic. Over for Galactic, I see something that is a little bit representative of Mega Man. I see some Kirby on your shoulder. So love the creativity out of that, just to say. I mean, it doesn't improve the speed of your mech, but man, it's fun to have. So happy to see that there. Doggy, you pulled down a 301, pretty close to the fastest we've seen today. I think we're going to have to go to the decimals to see if it was the fastest today. How does that measure up in your personal best?
Well, actually, it is my personal best.
What couldn't have been a better time to break that out then? Well, a lot of the time I'll talk about how the pressures of competition sometimes get to competitors. Sometimes they aren't performing to the snuff that they would like to just because they know this is the do or die moment. So to hear that you were able to pull out your personal best when it mattered the most, that's awesome. That couldn't be better timing. Did you get a lot of practice in on this game, or are you familiar with Armored Core?
Well, to be fair, I kind of mastered the first PS1 Armored Core, so yeah, kind of. I only trained for, let me check, actually, 4 hours and 14 minutes, so not really that much.
But good intimate knowledge of the game going in, that's definitely going to help.
Yeah, that's good.
Now, Galactic, with you there, you weren't pulling down bad times at all. It looks like you also have some knowledge with this series. Is this something you played on the PS1 itself? Is this something you were experienced with? What about yourself? Looks like they're muted while they get something typed. I kind of wanted to ask about your guys' builds. Doggy, it looked like you weren't able to pick up as much speed as Galactic was, but you were still able to make up that deficit with just some fancy footwork. What was slowing you down in your build?
Either legs or boosters. I picked the second best boosters and maybe the second best lights because I hate quads with a passion, but they're technically the fastest in PS1 Armor Core, so you kind of just have to accept it.
Gotcha. So pick your poison type thing. Like I said, though, it resulted in your victory. You knew what you worked with best, and you took it home for your team. That's you should definitely be very proud of that. Let's get the team standing up if we could here, Star. All right, so we've got Doggy and Arias taking 2 wins for High Roll Heroes. Like it says, unfortunately, is the sunset moment for Kirby's Knights. You guys put in a hell of a week's competition. Got some big names on your team with big skill sets. But unfortunately, this is where the Cape falls. That being said, that's always time to get in and start preparing for the next event. You guys have been here before. We hope to see you guys again. And it's definitely nothing you should be ashamed of. Everybody that participated this year, very proud of your runs. But that's the way the competition goes. We'll just have to see what you bring to the table next year. But happy to have you guys. And we're going to keep things moving along.
Amazing performances through all these weeks. Kirby's Knights, nothing to hang your head down about. We look forward to seeing you next time. Okay, so let's move on to our third match, which is Yang and Yoon's Yappers against Uchida's Ushers. And I believe, Wolfman, we're starting with Neo Bomberman. Is that correct?
That is my understanding. I have seen no requests from either team to change their expected game lineup. So right now we're just waiting for the room to be set up. Because you folks know how Fightcade can go at times.
Yes. Yeah. So it's going to be Retro Kaiser, is that correct? For Yang and Yoon's Yappers?
Let me re-verify.
So 2 Retros. Retro Game Master against Retro Kaiser.
We're calling them Kaiser and Game Master.
Yeah.
All right, both are getting set up now, so no matter what, we will have a Retro Victor.
All right, Kaiser, if you want to throw up your stream when you get a sec.
Getting set up now, so...
So it's on
Fightcade, right.
Yeah. Game Master saying they just need a second.
Yep. All right, one of them is in. I'm still waiting for the room. Yep. All right, I see the room in question.
There we go.
Now, the good news for those that are always mixing up one retro versus another, Retro Game Master will be shown on screen as Oji Murasakibara.
Okay, then.
At least that one's easily pronounceable, right? So...
Alright, I think we're just going to call them Kaiser and Game Master.
Alright. Up.
Looks like a reset or something?
Yeah.
Yep. To our 2 retro personnel, once you get your room started up and we see it, please start your match. You must win 3 out of 5. All right, the room is loading.
Got it up myself.
Yeah, up on my end as well. All right, there we go. So Game Master opting for Kotetsu that we've seen a lot today, and Kaiser opting for.
I think that's just a reskin of normal Bomberman.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah, and I don't think we've actually seen. Sorry, go ahead, Wolfman.
Yeah, officially, the game does just call him Black Bomber. It's old days from the NES game where, you know, Bombermen were just named by their color. As far as I'm aware, no special abilities on this one.
No.
Whoa, loses his cool there for a second. Game Master not able to stay in the competition.
Well, I think that was Kaiser. Yeah, so...
Sorry.
So 1-0 here for Game Master. And I think this is the first time, correct me if I'm wrong, that we've seen OG Bomberman today.
No, I think you're right. I'm curious though, what really tripped Kaiser up there?
Yeah.
He seemed to have plenty of exit opportunities and just, I don't know, couldn't choose one.
Yeah, maybe the pressure.
Decision
9 times out of
paralysis
10.
is a real thing.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely. And especially when you know people are watching you and you've got stakes on the line. That bird is extremely fast. That seems almost dangerous. It looks like it automatically goes as far as it can or until you know. Wow.
Yeah, I'll look that up very quickly, but it looks like that mount...
Oh, locks him in! Both people lose their mounts.
Oh no, it's stuck. Retro stuck. Retro Kaiser stuck. So that's gonna be a first round win here for Game Master 1-0 with their first character. And just to clarify on that mount we just saw, Time, it's called a Dachshund, and it's an owl creature that has the creature moves at the fastest possible speed of the game. But it doesn't say whether it's for till you stop him or for how many squares. So I'm not sure how that works.
It might just honestly be one of those things where it's too much speed for you to handle. I know if I was in that situation in a game where I'm trying to think strategically and really be accurate with my placements and standing position, flying at the speed of sound might get you. All right, I got him back up here.
Same here. So let's see what happens in the second round here.
Taking it to the boxing ring, so it's all chaos today. Oh, another reset.
Yeah.
That one may have been a hard crash, unexpected.
Yeah, it seems like it because they're not in the match anymore.
Yep.
But
I see him trying again.
Back up. Yeah.
Game Master says they picked wrong character. Alright, Honey versus Black.
So as you said right before Time, they should have all their special abilities here already.
I enjoy this map, just it's a lot more chaos. It feels like, instead of playing on Final Destination, no items, it's all items, all chaos. So there we go, we got our first Heart Bomb. Knock some power-ups out of her, and the stun is enough time for Kaiser to get the KO on Game Master there.
So first hit for Kaiser today. Let's see if they can get a second one in to draw the match. Oh, fumbled there. Almost. Oh, and there we go.
Kaiser knows his way around the chaotic battlefield. He might not be able to play it slow and steady, but if you put him out there with all cards shuffled in that deck, he's ready to go.
Absolutely. So 1-1 here, and so we saw implemented that feature that the loser gets to choose the next map, and that really worked out well for Kaiser choosing that map. Obviously, that really works for them.
Definitely seems to be a strength of this.
All right, let's see what we get for our third round with characters and map.
Again, we may have to see a reset because, you know.
Kaiser needs to switch
stage
character.
select and
yeah.
The biggest challenge when it comes to Fightcade games. How do you reset the thing?
Starblade's being a good host and typing F3 in the chat, for those who don't know.
Everyone press F3 for respects.
All right, I'm seeing him here.
So Game Champ confirming in the comments that there has to be a reset after every match because the stage is locked in. So so that the loser can pick the next stage, we do need a reset, which is what. All right, so we're going back to the first default map now, and Game Master going for Gold's Bomberman, and Retro Kaiser going for what's her name? Honey.
So we're probably going to see after this field opens up, and you can see Game Master working on that slowly but surely, that dash function get utilized here. They were right there. They were the first. Double KO!
Oh, wow. First time we've seen that today. Oh, it doesn't even go to a second round?
No, the first round basically just doesn't count.
Yeah, okay.
So, yeah. Draw wins. Also, we need to swap over to game. Folks in chat, you may have to refresh it. Fightcade likes to do this to us at times.
Almost gets taken out by our own love bombs there, really playing it risky, and does just that. Honey goes down.
Was that another double KO? Oh, wow!
Wow!
So 2 double KOs in a row, that's crazy.
Between the love bombs and the dash, there's so much quick movement on screen. You're charging into bombs already mid-exploding.
Oh no, Honey throws a bomb back at herself. And Game Master picking up that blast radius power up. Oh no! And gets hit.
We were extremely close to a third draw.
Yeah. Alright, so Retro getting that point in. 1-0 here in this third round.
And just to clarify, draws can potentially cause this game to last forever, but I'm reasonably sure our runners, they may love Bomberman, but they don't want this to last forever. So I'm not too worried yet.
When victory's on the line, you do what you have to do.
So Wolfman, if they're at 1-0 here and they get a draw, does it go back to 0-0 or they stay at 1-0?
Stays at 1-0.
Okay.
You have to have 2 decisive wins.
Okay. And Honey's mount here is very slow and gets trapped there and loses it. Oh, but gets another hit in. Retro Kaiser gets the second hit in, so it's now 2-1 for Retro Kaiser.
Retro Kaiser potentially able to put it all away here with this next matchup.
So they're gonna have to reset here. Yeah. And let's see which map Game Master decides to opt for this fourth round.
Alright, once again, the reset key causing the most amount of problems on this one. New room being loaded now.
Kaiser using those love bombs so much, like it's just chaos. It's pure roll the dice and hope for the best.
Absolutely. Well, we're going back to the power-up map, which
one of my favorites, frankly.
Which actually favored Kaiser last time, but Game Master decides to opt for it and gets the very quick win with it.
Game Master was not shied away from what seemed to be Kaiser's home turf.
Yeah.
I almost wonder if it was the character with his dashing that allowed him to be so great at this stage.
So
possibly.
Immediately! What? Wow. A final showdown that goes insanely fast. Game Master hanging in there.
So 2-2 now. So super close matchup. None of the opponents are like leaving an inch. So let's see what we get in our final 5th round here to decide the winner. Which map is it going to be? Which characters are they going to pick? Very excited to see what happens here.
First time today where Bomberman has come down to the wire. I would like to see each contestant get a couple of wins each here, just to really take this thing to the limit.
Not forgetting that we also got 2 draws as well on top of all of that.
These guys are definitely perfect to have matched up against each other.
Okay, so it looks like we're gonna have Gold Bomberman for Game Master and Kotetsu for Retro Kaiser.
Something that I did not have a chance to point out on that last match, the Max Power Arena is a boxing ring.
Mm-hmm.
That also means the bombs automatically bounce back and forth.
Yeah.
On the ropes. Kaiser pinning himself up in that top area.
All right, so now Game Master 1 kill away from winning this.
I want to see Kaiser get 1 kill and take this to the wire.
Yeah.
I want to see a nail biter.
Me too.
Playing it slow but steady. I'm noticing a lot of the time they try to use that teleport as an oh shit button, but that animation that happens beforehand really just doesn't allow it to be used as quick as a bomb's gonna explode.
Yeah, that teleport was quite slow.
Oh! And it does come down to it! Yes!
It all comes down to this!
All right, gentlemen.
Whoever gets killed here will lose the whole match. And Kaiser gets a mount.
The only way this could have been better if it was the final matchup and the teams both had a victory each. But my God, I'm happy to see this start off these way. Either way, I'm happy to see this. Game Master choosing to use that dash a lot more, trying to use the character abilities to keep things out of trouble. I don't think Kaiser has the reach on his bombs yet for that strat.
Oh no!
Oh!
Oh, it would have been a double, but
the mount saves him, Kaiser.
Luckily, the mount saves Retro Kaiser, and that means it is a win for Retro Kaiser today, 1-0 for their team, which is Yang and Yun's Yappers.
Oh my gosh!
Crazy.
Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh! Holy shit!
Yeah, I'd say that was warranted, bud. I'd say that was absolutely warranted. Between those 2 double draws, between it coming down to literally the last match with the last characters, Jesus Christ, that was a matchup. You guys were the best to face off against each other. That couldn't have been better picked. My God.
That was a bloody nail bar. I nearly bombermaned in my pants in that match.
I think we all did. I think we had a little bit of heart bomb love, everything. Everybody changed their clothes. But no, it was, what a matchup. You did end up taking home the win for Yoon's Yappers in the first game.
Still, barely a win, but still a win.
Oh, definitely a hard-fought battle. Game Master, I don't think you should sell yourself short here. You were in that thing to win it just as much. You guys, it was back and forth so much, neck and neck through the whole damn competition. I think that might have been one of the more exciting things we've seen this year so far. So both of you, definitely be proud, definitely be happy with the performance. But my God, Kaiser, you took home the victory on this. Anything that you can coherently say, or are you still in just oh shit phase?
Oh, I'm excited, but I'm also worried at the same time. We've still got 2 rounds left of this baby. Our team has not taken it home yet.
Do you think you got any strong candidates on your team here? Some specialties for these next 2?
I have no idea. The 2 games that are being played. One is a game I despise. I do not like Donkey Kong 64. That game's nightmare fuel. And I've never played Armored Core, but I'm confident that my teammates will do a hell of a job regardless of win or lose.
Right on. Good attitude to have, and well, you at least lined them up to try and secure victory here in this next game, but it could go the distance. Happy to have you guys here as always, but gonna keep things moving. We'll see you next time.
Cheers.
Both of our runners are waiting for the DK64 rule spiel, so let's not keep them waiting for too much longer.
Good, let's kick it off.
And just to clarify, and just to add, Retro Game Master did type in the chat GG's, so GG's to both of those.
Choco Milk, Farron Heights, you know the deal. Get that potassium and go kick an armadillo. You know the rest. You may enter the portal in 3, 2, 1. Banana.
Here we go. Second match. between these two teams. Let's see what happens.
Now, last time...
Yeah.
Uh-oh. Getting some lag out of Chocos there.
Yeah.
Last time we did have just an amazing match of Donkey Kong. It's going to be hard to beat something that exciting yet again, but I would be more than happy to be wrong.
Well, they seem so far very neck and neck. We did catch up with Fahrenheit before the competition. They told us that they've really enjoyed learning the speedrun strats and that their initial run doesn't look anything like their run now. So hopefully they're able to execute here.
Got some good optimization and some practice in, sounds like.
Yeah, and they also said that they were very happy with their team, and even though they started as an emergency substitute, they feel like they've become a true member and they've grown to enjoy each other's company. So very happy to hear that.
That's fantastic news. That's something we've seen a lot of throughout these competition and over the years is, people start off as sometimes strangers. We've had teams made up of everybody who actually know people, but we've had teams thrown together of just looking for a substitute or, hey, I don't have anybody else to play with. And then next thing you know, those same people are coming back on the same team the following year. You end up developing a group that you jive with, and it's just happy to see.
Absolutely. I can even talk about that from my own perspective. Last year, joined with Team France, didn't know anyone before we started, and still consider them my friends. We still chat, so yeah, definitely a great thing.
And I'd say you're still pretty involved in the Olympics, if
Yeah.
To clarify a question from chat, as far as I am aware, moon kicks from Donkey Kong I do not believe are allowed in this rule set. The intent is a no major glitches rule set, and moon kicks, well, they kind of...
What is a moon kick?
Yes, I was wondering that as well.
So a moon kick is where... So whenever you do a running attack, DK has basically some sort of like a lunge, like a flying lunge kick from wrestling.
Mm-hmm.
But if you time a jump such that you're still in that animation or something like that, you neum all the way up.
So it lets you jump further, basically.
And higher.
And higher. And so you're saying it is or it isn't allowed? Sorry.
As far as I'm aware, it's not allowed.
Well, I've
seen some creative use of distance. Choco wasn't doing that moon kick. It would have been obvious. It would have yeeted him to the sky.
I see. So it's not just the kick. Okay, I see. It's a different.
Yeah, I was seeing some creative use of distance gaining, though, from tree to tree, getting him in this room extremely quick.
Yeah, so Choco looking like a bit of a lead here, already moving into the boss room, but Fahrenheit's not far behind.
Our time was 5:09, right? That last run.
And seeing some messages in chat that they weren't aware that moon kick was not allowed.
Yeah, Choco doing those jump strats though were absolutely invaluable.
Yeah.
Going from tree to tree, saving the damage. I just saw Farron do similar, avoiding the damage by swinging one more time just before he hit the ground.
And Fahrenheit's now moving on to the boss room as well, but Choco still has a substantial lead here. I think if Fahrenheit wants to have a chance to win here, they're going to need Choco to make a big mistake.
Yeah. Those jump strats in the beginning really just put him ahead.
Yeah.
I mean,
So
jump
far-
strats and banana gathering, it all comes together.
Yeah. Although if Choco Milk does win this, it's gonna, again, for a third time today, bring it to 1-1, going into the third round between two teams.
It keeps things interesting, that's for sure. I mean, you don't want to see a blowout in these competitions, and so far everything's lined up to set us up right today.
Yeah. So as you saw, Choco decides to, I don't know if you noticed, set up the bomb closer to the enemy, and that I think will be an instant kill when the enemy gets out. Yeah, there we go. So it saves a bit of time throwing the bomb if you set it up correctly, but it is
just
risky.
at the 5-minute mark. Probably going to see our fastest time today if they really hurry.
Yeah. There we go.
A 508.
508. So I know the last match we had 509 draws with both competitors. I don't know if in the first match we had any faster than 508.
I can't quite recall, but I know that was very optimized.
Yeah, very optimized.
Official time 5:08:06.
Okay, is that the fastest time we've had today, Wolf?
For today, for competition purposes, yes. For practice, I don't know.
Gotcha.
Okay.
All right. Awesome. So that was our fastest, most optimized route by a second.
And Fahrenheit here finishing their run as well, just about. Still has to pick up the key.
Gonna get Choco on deaf and unmuted here. Choco, you got your competitor still wrapping up their run here, but I wanted to say you were able to actually take home the fastest time we've seen in competition so far today with a 5:08, just shying out that 5:09 tie by a second. It looks like a game you definitely have familiarity in, definitely something you've put in some practice on. You were the first one to utilize those, I'm just kind of calling them jump strats, using that kind of kick where you would go from tree to tree. You landed it perfectly, and that had to shave a huge chunk of time off. Was that something you discovered yourself? Did you do research on these strats? How did you kind of come into it?
So Choco's typing for us. Choco said, "Oh, cool. Yeah, had to discover that myself, but practiced it a ton."
Very interesting. It's awesome to see that, because we aren't doing full speed runs of games, or we're doing very specialized speed runs.
Oh, time, can't hear you anymore. Choco's time, I think you cut out for a while. Could you repeat the question?
Yeah, I was just saying, it's one of those things where it's interesting to see that we can find our own little strategies and speedrun things with these challenges within our RA community that otherwise wouldn't have been, really experimented on too much. But you took the fastest home today. That being said, Farron still also put up an amazing competition. Raph, do you want to take over for Farron?
Yeah, sure. Just to finish for Choco, Choco says basically you can kick, then jump, then do a punch in midair for extra height and land on the tree. So GG's Farron.
Perfectly executed.
With that said, Farron, unfortunately your opponent did take the win today, but still a very impressive performance. You were just a bit behind. Talk us about your performance there and what happened.
I missed that tree. That's the only thing I regret of that entire run, was missing that dang tree in the middle of it. Luckily, I think Choco was doing so well that no one actually noticed.
Well, you were not far behind. I think Choco just edged it out with a lot of those jumps he was just describing with the punches for extra distance. But we did see some of those on your end as well. Were you also going for those jumps or with the kick to have more distance?
I was doing my best. I was doing the best I could do. I've said it before, I've never done this for speed, so to do this was interesting, and definitely there was GG's, absolutely, Choco. Fantastic job.
I don't think either of you guys should be disappointed. It does lead both teams still to, go forward and press on or face elimination. So you guys pulled your weight, nothing to be ashamed of, and you guys did fantastic runs. Choco, props to you discovering those own strategies. We are going to keep things moving, though, guys, and this is what it comes down to for you two. So let's hope your teams have what it takes. Let's get it going.
Yeah, see you later.
Yeah, and congrats on Choco bringing it to 1-1 here as we move into our third round. It's going to be Freestar against Maze on Armored Core.
Looks like we got a Master Chief mech out of Maze, if I had to guess.
Yeah, wow. That's cool that they all did their own kind of spin on characters. The time, such close matchups today. For the third time, 1-1 going into the third round between two matches, and several very, very close matches with the Bomberman one we just had and the Donkey Kong one we had in the previous match. Been very close.
I believe Maze is on Yoon's Yappers, correct?
Maze is on Uchida's Ushers.
Gotcha. So Freestar for Yappers.
Yep, that's it.
And Maze for Ushers.
All right, Freestar, Maze. You may both move on to the screen that says loaded sortie as I explain the rules. Rules are simple. Or launch sortie, thank you. I am not used to the word sortie on these kinds of things. What I am used to is dealing with a whole bunch of bomb disposals and placements where you have to destroy all the things and then get out of the facility. You both of you have to do that twice. Your best time will count. Fastest time wins. You may start the second mission immediately after the first. You may begin in 3, 2, 1. Launch.
All right, we got him muted here.
Okay, here we go.
So I believe the closest we've seen on this one was a
Main
301
system
today,
engaging
correct?
combat
Yes,
mode.
that's correct. Let's see. Oh no! Freestar having a bit of trouble there. I think he was blocked.
Yeah, a
and
little
had to-
overshot.
Yeah. But I believe he jumped because he couldn't move forward and like jumped to like glitch it out, I guess, so he could move forward. I don't know. We'll have to ask him about that. And
So-
now again, the wall kind of blocks him. That's so unfortunate.
Detonation device
From what I've
planted.
gathered, each mech you can have different types of parts, and it looks like both of them have a similar leg structure where in order to move forward, they have to jump up at least a little bit and then thrust using the back.
These were the quads that he was talking, our last competitor was talking about, that he just absolutely hates.
I mean, they work well for propulsion, provided you can get the jump setup correct.
Bomb planted.
And that is where I think Maze has the advantage.
Yeah, we're seeing Maze just kind of quickly and crisply move along, whereas Freestar has a little bit of difficulty maintaining those straight lines.
And especially having difficulty with doorways.
Yes. And as we discussed before, with so many of those in this stage, that's a huge time sink if you keep reliably messing those up.
Although I think it's the first time we've seen someone not go for machine gun. Maze opting for the handgun.
Oh, I didn't even notice that. You're right.
As we say that Maze is going for that third bomb, that's the only one that's on the left of the
Not as smooth as the others, but still not a lot of time lost.
I want
Freeze,
to say
unfortunately.
I want to say one other competitor did bring a different weapon. I am not sure
Oh, I
if
see.
it mattered much in the end. The
Freeze,
movement is the
unfortunately,
bigger
just-
thing.
Yeah, he's unfortunately just not getting these movements
Detonation
reliably.
device planted.
And the
Really getting
doorways.
himself locked up in the halls.
Yeah. Oh no, that was a bit of a time sink as well. It is looking like Maze is going to, at least for this first round, get the faster time. But let's
Maze
see what
opting
happens.
to hop over a lot of these enemies as well, not even wasting my time.
Yeah.
Bomb planted.
So I
Freeze
bel-
really losing it on these doors.
Yeah, again, another very big time sink there. So I think Maze entering the fifth and final bomb room here.
All bombs have been planted.
Excellent.
Yeah.
So Maze making quick work of this. I don't think we're going to be seeing the fastest run out of him today so far, but he could do it on the second one with a little bit of practice and improvement.
Well, he is only on 249, I believe, so let's see.
This is his exit.
And Freestar is blocked there again.
259!
Wow!
A 2-second difference. Fantastic.
Fastest time today.
All bombs.
And by 2
systems
seconds,
to
that's
normal
really,
mode.
really impressive.
Absolutely. Absolutely. In a game where we're talking about the delay of doors slowing you down, seconds are huge.
Freestar on the other hand, very unfortunately, is having a lot more trouble with the movement here, and it's going to be, I believe, a over 340, unfortunately.
Yeah, right around there. Yep, on the dot.
On the dot. So a 40-second difference so far.
Maze is immediately moving into the second one.
Yeah.
Freestar is going to
Main
really have to
system
adjust some
engaging
strategies here,
combat
find
mode.
a more reliable way of getting through those doors if he wants to improve that time gap. That's an obscene time gap. I'm seeing chat here, Maze on ice. That's our Maze. Sub 3 on game day. Fantastic job, Maze. Yeah.
Detonation device planted. 4 remaining. System engaged.
Okay, here we go. Free star. Oh no, and instantly gets blocked on that.
Detonation
on the side of the
device
entrance.
That start of the stage holds him up yet again. Oh, whereas Maze looks like a creature designed to not touch walls.
Yeah.
Like, Freeze is just having such difficulty navigating this.
And let's just point out that in comparison to Maze, it seems like he's having trouble. He's still probably very, very fast just for someone who's, you know, playing the game not in a speedrunning context.
Oh god, yeah, I'm sure he could play this game, no problem. He probably has great knowledge of it and how to move around and handle things, but when you're just beating the clock, that's an entirely different beast.
Such a shame because it seems like he has a really good knowledge of the path and of everything where the bombs are. It really is just those doorway kind of movements that are blocking him, I think because of, as Wolf was saying, the quad build.
Right, you need that little bit of boost and it just positions him off center. You gotta wonder if Maze just practiced the doorways for a while. If I was going into a competition like this, you know, I would probably sit there until I could get just that down.
Yeah.
If I'm gonna be facing 20 doors, that's gonna be huge.
Bomb planted.
Freeze moving in on the final 30 seconds or so of his run if he's performing on the same level, and I believe he is. More ammo in his gun this time around, so it looks like he's opting to skip more enemies and just kind of take the damage.
All bombs have been planted.
And there we go, Maze drops his final bomb and making his way to the exit. I can't see the timer properly because it's so small. I believe it's 47. So he's slightly slower pace than last round, but again, it's still a very, very impressive pace. Just compared to the previous one. Oh no, yeah, you're right. Was that a PB?
No, if he didn't clip that ceiling, it would have been 258.
But still,
259.70.
But still, to perform in a competition context and put out 2 sub 3-minute runs, something we haven't seen from any other competitor today. That's insane.
That's impressive as all hell. It's like you're saying, to bring that out on competition day when the stakes are this high, when the pressure is here, when everybody's watching. We got to talk to him.
Yeah. So that is going to be a win for Uchida's Ushers, a 2-1 win. They remain in the competition, and unfortunately, that means it is an elimination for Yang and Yun's Yappers. Again, we'll talk to these two in a second. Freestar's just about to finish his run.
Shaved about 20 seconds off, not too bad.
Yeah. All right. Let's get
them unmuted.
Why don't we start with Freestar?
Sure. You want to lead?
Target achieved.
Yeah, sure. Freestar, can you hear us?
Yes, there we go.
So unfortunately, Maze did take the win there.
I had a feeling.
Yeah, talk us through. It seemed like you were having a lot of problems, especially with the doorways and the movements and blocking you. And we were wondering if it was because maybe of your build. Talk us through that.
I mean, I was honestly struggling with this game all week. Not helped by the fact that, like, as soon as I look, okay, let's compare my leaderboards with, and I see Maze at the top, so it's like, oh, I don't think I'm winning this. But you know, I still felt like I improved a lot. I think the big thing with this game is trying to figure out like the big difficulty with this game is not necessarily the level itself, but more controlling the mech. You know, trying to not super jump like I did multiple times, trying to get the boost right, all that stuff. Actually, let me submit this. There we go. You know, it's a lot more focused on mech controls than getting through the game fast. Than getting through the map fast, and unfortunately I just didn't have the sort of control that Maze did.
Well, it does happen, and you're absolutely right. It seems like the build makes a big difference with the controlling. But having said that, any thoughts on the competition overall? I mean, your team, you had an amazing run, got to the quarterfinals, and still performed very well today. Give us your thoughts.
Yeah, I'm surprised. I'm glad that we made it this far. This is farther than I was able to get last year, and I'm glad we made. I was very worried we wouldn't even make it out of top 16. But the fact that we made it to quarters is pretty good, and I wish the team I wish Uchida's Ushers all the best, and I hope you guys win so we can say that we lost to the winning team.
There you go. You think you're coming back next year?
Probably. Well, I did enjoy. I hope I am able to.
We'll cross that bridge when we get there, Time Crush. Okay, no problem. But I mean, moving on to Maze there, sub 3 minute time on both of your runs there. And honestly, I'm sure you noticed some things that you could have improved yourself, glancing off the ceiling a couple times there at the exit. But my God, Maze, what an absolute banger of a run. Fastest thing we've seen so far. I'm guessing you put in more than your fair share of practice on this. Is Armored Core something that you enjoy as a series, or is this just you took naturally to the controls and it's your thing? Looks like they're getting a little typing out. While they are, it looks like we have our other teams making their way in here.
Looks like we're sticking with Armored Core for our first match.
Maze comes back and says they actually studied the game extensively, found a task video info page with a speedometer script, and researched different build strategies. My God, okay, so they went full Excel sheet on this. Very nice, Maze, and I would say that effort and that research allowed your team to press on in no small part. Should definitely be amazed by a couple of 259s. Fantastic, but we're going to keep things moving. Glad to have you here, and we'll see you next week.
All right. Moving on to our final matchup of the day. It's going to be Peach's Power Stars against Protoman's Protectors. Funnily enough, this is gold medalists from last year against bronze medalists from last year.
Should be a stiff one here. Should be a heavy competition.
So first matchup, we've got Hirama Space against Clyde Cadell on Armored Core to kick us off in this final match of the day. All right, seems like they're both at the final screen. Wolfman, take it away whenever you can.
Right, cadets, you have to deal with this old chemical weapons factory and blow it up. No use of time dilation powers, but anything else is allowed. You get 2 attempts to complete this mission, and you may start the second attempt immediately after the first. 3, 2, 1, launch.
Excellent. So they're muted and deafened now.
Okay.
Also, I am
System engaged.
Yep. So apparently, a minor thing that has taken place. There are some inconsistencies with the loading of this game. We are keeping those time differences into account as we go.
Okay, so Hirama does have a bit more time because of that loading screen.
Not seeing any customized paint jobs here. What the hell's up, fellas? Why aren't we having fun with it?
But both, again, very quick strafing, placing those bombs, no problems.
Clyde managing these doors a lot more reliably. If you're noticing, he's getting through when they're about halfway open. That one, let me eat my words.
There's an issue there.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think both
Overall,
competitors are managing the doors quite well.
It's really going to start to show who has a better grasp of them further into the run, maybe around minute 2. Looks like slight advantage for Hiruma.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking as well, but it's hard to say because of that extra time from the loading.
Yeah.
Star, were you saying it's exactly 5 seconds? Is that what you were saying? Okay.
Okay.
So right now...
About a 3-second difference.
Yeah. Oh no, Clyde having a bit of trouble there on that door. That really is a bummer when we've seen that happen today.
No, I'm seeing Clyde also running the plasma cannon for some reason. I don't think I've seen that before. I'm not sure if that's just extra weight, seeing as how the enemies aren't your real factor in this one, you know?
All right, so still...
Looks like both competitors have managed to maintain regular control of their fuel gauge, not depleting nearly as fast as some of these other people we've seen.
Yeah.
Haruma tapping into it a little bit more, but I believe that's what's going to be spurring their lead. It's all about effectively using the resources you have to the limit, but not making sure you tap out.
And Haruma places that bomb, that fourth bomb, I believe, very smoothly. Clyde now getting into the room, but has a bit of trouble with the doors again, unfortunately. Places the bomb very smoothly as well. Right now...
Gets out of there without too much... Oh, well, a little bit.
Right now, Hiruma has about a 7-second lead, but if you remove that 5 seconds, it might actually be like a 13... Oh, and finishes the run. Final time, 3:11. So remove those 5 seconds. 3:6. And Clyde right behind with a 3:14. So, wow, very, very close. Only about 8-second difference, let's say.
Definitely something to be made up. That's definitely a bridge or a gap that can be bridged.
All right, 3:06 and 3:14. Let's remember that going into our second runs.
According to some folks behind the scenes, it could be a core difference. There are many ways of playing this. Wait. I saw that.
What happened? Did he pick the wrong map? Oh, yeah.
It's...
All right, there we go. Back into the correct.
That's not the... I mean, yes, choosing the wrong thing is kind of a bad situation, but that's not what I'm referring to.
Oh, what were you referring to?
What did you see?
So, I specifically brought this up on this match because the rule was to not use any sort of time dilation stuff. We have a general thing about we're not supposed to allow fast forward or pause or stuff like that.
I mean, in his menus, if it was just in the menu, restart, yeah.
You know what? I've already borrowed some Mills Lane stuff, so I'll allow it, I guess.
Honestly, I think that was an honest. I don't think he knew he wasn't allowed to do it in the menu.
I don't even think that was it was no way that adjusted the competition. It's no way he wasn't using it in the stage.
Right.
Just accidentally selected the wrong mission and was trying to get back to the right one quick as possible. I'm willing to give the benefit of the doubt on that.
Yeah.
As long as it doesn't show up while that leaderboard is running.
Yes.
Or rather
then we have problems.
Then yeah.
All right, but now let's see. We're at 109 and 107 at about the same. Clyde just a bit behind. So I think they're very neck and neck. Yeah, they're very neck and neck here.
This is where the 5 seconds is going to be a big deal.
Actually, it will not. Both of the leaderboards started at the same time on the second run.
Exactly.
I saw 5.4. Yeah, 5.4.
5 seconds again?
5.4.
I did not see the need for a 5.4 on Hiruma's side for the second run. The first run, yes, but not the second.
Star, are you with me on this?
The second run, I don't know. I didn't see if the leaderboard started during the loading screen for the second run. So
I would be willing to eat my hat on this one.
So 5 seconds again?
5.4, yep.
We may be in disagreement, but we'll see if it matters.
Yeah, I promise you, Wolf, I promise you.
Okay. Well, if there is a doubt at the end, we can always check the VOD, but let's see if it comes into play.
These guys are still pretty close. I honestly hope it does come to play at this rate. That means it's a good match.
Yeah, agreed. But if I think Hiruma has a slight lead, and if the 5 seconds, just based on what we see, the timer we see, if there's a second on top of that, Hiruma might have a bit more of a lead then. Oh no, but misses the bomb Hiruma there on that first strafe.
Really
gets
gonna
it on
allow
the
Clyde to
second.
close the gap.
Yeah.
If he
But
can
old
master
bomb's
this
planted
placement.
now. Oh, and Hiruma has problems here. Is blocked by the enemy in front of the
Clyde
door.
also has issues navigating this bomb room.
All right, let's see what the final time is going to be.
We're getting word
like
in
it's
chat.
going to be.
We're getting
yeah,
word in chat
obviously, because it's over 3. Oh yeah.
First attempt after a save or load will have the leaderboard start unloading.
All right, so it's looking like it's a win for Hiruma. 3:22, second time for Clyde. So both competitors with a slightly worse time on their second attempts. Still very impressive on both. Let's get these two in.
All right, gentlemen, great runs on that. I'm docking a couple seconds for not having artful mechs, so that's on you. Other than that, though, some beautiful bomb placements. We noticed both of you guys on that second run getting a little bit hectic in those bomb rooms. A couple missteps, a couple, we're not hitting that circle strafe just as well as we could. It's something I wanted to ask the earlier competitors but didn't get a chance to. Were you guys pretty happy with your first run's time and then said, I'm going to try and use a little bit more reckless strats on the second one?
That was literally the plan.
Right on. Okay. So it looks like it went fine. What are some of those reckless strats that, if they went well, we would have been impressed with?
Who won? Who won?
Oh, come on. I can't bury the lead. No, it was so for this one, Hiruma actually took the victory, folks. So it's Peach's Power Star starting out with the first one out of these 3 games. That being said, though, guys, you both look like you're gliding on nice for half those matches. So no fault to you there. A lot of practice runs in this, or just kind of dove in with the Olympics announcing it. Have you played it previously?
I played it for a minute or two before this, but no, I kind of just jumped into it here.
Right on. And how about you, Hiruma?
I never played this game before now. This game pretty cool, but for planting the bomb and the door, it's difficult. I think I have the luck during my first run.
Yeah, that's what we're seeing a lot of the time is the doors seem to be one of the big holdups for a lot of these competitors. Since you're facing so many of them, if you aren't able to consistently hit that gap, those fractions of a second add up into a whole deficit. But either way, you guys did great. Hiruma, you took home the victory for your team. Still a couple more games before you're out of the danger zone yet, but both of you guys should definitely be proud of the performance. Any final words before we get you moving?
I can just tell one more thing. I make my personal best during this run.
Hey!
Congratulations.
Right on. Very nice. Well, guys, glad to have you here. Don't know who I'm going to be talking to next week, but these next 2 games will decide that. We'll see you next time.
See you.
All right. So, very close first matchup. Let's see how the second one goes. It's going to be Adenoth against Bendy Human on Donkey Kong 64.
Adenoth, Bendy Human, the two of you are trying to become part of the DK crew. You must defeat Armadillo at the end of Jungle Japes. Do whatever you need to do, as long as it's not an intentional glitch. I'm well aware of the accidental glitches, but that's just DK64 it's not even rando, but it's still DK64 for you. So, you may put on the gameplay, hashes are verified, and you may enter in 3, 2, 1, banana.
All right.
Okay. Let's see. We've had some close DK matches today and some much less close ones.
I mean, the literal second, I don't even know if that's close or if that's just practically fused together at that point. My God.
We did catch up with Bendy Human before today. they told us that they're expected to have an extremely close race that'll ultimately come down to who has the slightly cleaner movement. And the parts that Bendy's most concerned about are losing time due to general jank in Donkey Kong 64, like barely missing vines or the banana bunches on top of trees.
I mean, understandable. After you get your run perfected and to a point where you're comfortable with it, I mean, this isn't a huge stage. You know, this is something where with a few hours of practice, you can at least get an idea of the route you want to run. Then it all just becomes how well can you execute it. And after you're confident in your execution, well, the only thing left is the devil in the details. And I'm sorry, the details are the bogus memory in DK64.
And they look so close. Adenoth had a tiny bit of trouble there, a bit of lag, I think, but very, very close.
Actually, I think Adenoth was slightly in... It was hard to tell who was in the lead at that cutscene because it was sort of neck and neck. So right now it's a matter of routing.
Yeah.
So do keep in mind, folks, Bendy Human did grab a banana bunch on the first 3 warp pad sooner, so that may come into play.
Okay, let's see what happens.
So routes are already being deviated.
So Adenoth right away going to...
No issue. Sorry, with that banana bloom. That's been something that stung a couple people here today.
Yeah, that was very quick, that's true. Compared to others we've seen, but Bendy also, no problems.
This is where he said he had a little bit of fear about this jank. Nope, was able to secure that, no issue. Oh, gets onto the tree without touching the ground. That's going to save him a little bit of time as well.
Yeah, and Adenoth, meanwhile, also destroying that second balloon very quickly as well.
I don't believe I've seen Bendy get any balloons yet at this point.
No, I don't think so.
Coming in at 36 balloons. He
There we go, here.
First one, no issues.
Also very quick for Bendy.
Good use of the warp pads there.
Absolutely.
This is going to be close. Both taking similar banana path approaches. Bendy will be the first.
The boss.
Yeah.
Trough and Scoff need to be fed.
So possibly very, very slightly more optimized route for Bendy, but Adenoth very close behind. So Bendy is gonna they're gonna start facing the boss slightly sooner, but I think that Adenoth's only about 10 to 15 seconds behind at this point.
I am keeping an eye on when DK's face freezes.
Keep in mind also that Bendy has about 2 seconds over Adenoth, or a bit more actually, 4 or 5 seconds over Adenoth on the timer, so it might be closer than we think.
There are 4-second difference right now besides that time difference. There are 4 seconds.
4 to 5, I also counted.
Right, so Adenoth is a bit closer than we thought.
We've got another neck and neck.
Yeah.
Bendy wants to win this if his team needs to stay in the competition.
That's true. If Adenoth wins this, it's all over, and Peach's Power Stars get the win today. So yeah, Bendy gonna do what he can to take it to the 3rd round. First hit for Bendy right away, very quick. Well, Adenoth seems to have a bit of trouble here. What's going on with the camera? Oh no!
Sure.
Oh,
Both runners were doing similar lag reduction strategies, but I think Adenoth was a little bit slower on getting that first hit.
Yeah, I think so too. And Bendy gets his second hit.
Down to the seconds, that's going to be huge.
Oh no, Bendy! Yeah. Bendy gets his second hit. So in the
Bendy skipped a hit.
And now Adenoth gets his, but it is looking like, unless Bendy makes a huge mistake here, it's going to be Bendy's run here.
It is still 4 seconds off.
Oh yeah, I keep forgetting about that. Wow, it's going to be very close.
It's extremely close.
And Adenoth gets his 3rd... no, sorry. Bendy gets his 3rd... I confused who was who for a second. Bendy gets his 3rd hit in. Let's see how fast Adenoth can get it. I think Adenoth might be more than 4 seconds behind though, but let's
I'm
see.
thinking so too.
So it's going to be a 5:18 for Bendy. Let's see where Adenoth finishes on. Oh, I don't think he's gonna get it because it's already 5:18. There we go. Bendy takes it, but oh my god, what a close match! 3 seconds difference.
Bendy keeps the team alive. Let's get these guys unmuted and undeafened. Gentlemen, what a run. Bendy, I know with a little bit of a pregame talk before the show coming into it, you knew this was pretty much going to come down to pathing and N64 jank, as you described it. So, happy to announce you took home the victory on this one. It was a beautiful route. That being said, it was another match where it came down to the seconds. I'm thinking we're looking at a 2-second difference between you two. So Adenoff, nothing to be disappointed in. That was itself a beautiful run as well. Pretty much right out the gate, we noticed slight route differences. Bendy opting to grab a banana bunch and then collect the cannon, whereas Adenoff rushes right for the cannon. Both of you guys handled the balloons without any issue. Both of you guys handled the bunches on top of the trees without easy misses or something like that. So I think these runs were very, very clean. Bendy, you were just able to squeak it out for a couple seconds. How much did you prepare for this match?
I prepared a lot. I did a lot of research, but this is a difficult game to research because this is such a specific category. No speedrun is going to approach the game quite like how we need to approach it here. So I had to pull all sorts of different sources, plus experimenting in-game. But yeah, as soon as I knew I was up against Adenoff, I knew this was going to be an extremely close game. I'm glad that it was as close as it was. I knew that any minor mistake, it could swing either way. So I'm so happy I was able to pull it off today.
No, it was absolutely an impressive run, but like I was saying, Adenoff was equally impressive there. I mean, how much work did you put into this preparing Adenoff? How much time were you setting out a DK? Like Bendy said, and we've said before, this isn't exactly something you're going to find speedrun videos for. It's a challenge we designed ourselves. So how much research did you put into it? How did you kind of go around finding a way that worked for you? Talk to me.
Well, I checked the speedrun part for the boss. That was the same as in the speedrun, but yeah, mainly the beginning of the run is you don't really have many choices for path, as you have only 61 bananas out of 60 that you need. So there were some researches, but it was mainly improving your small movements in the level to gain some times.
Did you have a lot of experience with those N64 controls, or is this a console you don't really touch too much?
Well, I do play Nintendo 64, but I mean, DK64 controls are such unique, I would say. I feel
That's putting it very politely. No, but I think you guys did great. You aren't out of it yet. Bendy was able to hang on and keep Protoman's Protector still in the match. It all does come down to our Bomberman match. I believe we've got Pampa doing that. Or no, it looks like we have a sub out.
I mean, against Game Champ.
So just kind of for both of you guys here, what are your thoughts on your two teammates here in Bomberman? What do you think? Are they familiar with the game? Do they have a good skill set with it? Do we have anything surprises coming our way?
I mean, I know Game Champ is a very strong player and has definitely been practicing all week. So I think this is going to be another really good match. It could go either way. I'm excited to see how they do.
Excellent. Ananoth, any introspection for Amin?
Well, I trained with Amin, and yeah, he's pretty much he's good at the game. But I mean, Bomberman is mainly matchup versus who you're playing against. I think personally, so I don't know what will happen.
Excellent.
Good luck for both of them.
Sounds like we have something exciting coming. Well, fellas, thanks for being here, and we'll see who I'm talking to next week.
Thanks.
Amin, Game Champ, you two know what to do. Win with 3 characters and try not to blow yourself up in the process. You may begin when ready.
Alright, so for the 4th time today, it comes down to the final round. 1-1 going into this Bomberman match.
I kind of, with being the last match, match of the day, I want to see some draws. I want to see exactly what we saw with the last matchup. I want to see down to the wire.
Alright, so Amin going for Kotetsu, and Game Champ going for Rubber Bummer. Let's see if the slime or the teleports will take this.
A lot
By the way,
more usage. Go ahead.
So, some minor trivia. Last year for the Retro Olympics, Team France was the team who basically won, and well, this is sort of like a rematch right now of sorts, or at least a friendly rivalry, where we have Game Champ.
Sorry to interrupt. Game Champ is playing absolute mind games here. He will walk into his opponent's space, not place a game. Oh, sorry. Yep. Just as a disclosure, I don't know any of your guys' pronouns. I'm not trying to be rude, but anyway, they're moving into close territory and positioning themselves without placing a bomb. Like they're just purely playing psychological torment, using the slime to get up in their face, hang out for a second, let them place a bomb.
Yeah. We're seeing a lot more of just hanging around and waiting here for Game Champ.
I think this is the first time we've seen.
Amin almost uses that teleport ability to save himself because he was
the second time. That was the second time he's actually been there and bailed out with the teleport this match.
Oh wow! So really coming in useful here. Seems Game Champ feeling a little bit more relaxed here in this first round. Yeah. Oh no, and that's Game Champ gets the hit on Amin, 1-0 here.
Amin had a lot of firepower going for him that round. Game Champ was really just working with that one upgrade, but making it work for him.
I think both competitors must really be feeling the pressure here.
I believe we'll see soon as Game Champ gets their first upgrade. Yep, they're going to start sliding across. They use this player ability a lot in the start of the match to try and utilize early power up and board control. We've seen players use these mounts more as an extra piece of HP rather than their use, I would say.
Some mounts have great power-ups behind them. Others are either very slow or, well, with the bullet bill type of mount, it's basically you literally launch your hit point away for a literal missile shot.
Right, risk versus reward right there.
Amin picks up the higher radius power-up.
Do you know what this one does, Wolf?
I had missed the specific power-up in question.
No, this mount.
Oh, this mount? No clue. If I had to just take a guess, I would say line bomb ability, but I don't know if that's put in this game.
Gotcha. Yeah, the rotating cannons on the bottom lead me to believe you might be right, but who knows. Either way, it looks like Game Champ's just really
Game Champ has two mounts? Is that...
That is correct. If you have two of the same type of mount, mechanical or organic, then you can potentially go from one mount to the next immediately.
So does this mean that Game Champ now has an extra hit?
Provided... Oh, okay, the Octobot is a dash ability. There we go. Got.
Yep.
As long as, Amin cannot, steal that mount in some fashion, then yes, you are correct.
So that means that Amin needs to land 3 hits on Game Champ to win this.
It's gonna be an uphill battle.
But keep in mind that a draw is still a draw regardless of health.
Yeah.
Bendy was absolutely on the money, letting us know that Game Champ has some knowledge of this game.
Yeah. But Amin sticking in there. Oh no, but gets hit there. So
it wasn't me this time who said it.
Who said what?
It wasn't me. It was like talking about something and then it happens.
Oh, I see. Yeah. So Game Champ with the first round, 1-0 here. But anything can still happen. Opponents, participants are resetting. Alright, let's see which map Amin decides to go to, as he is the one who can select for this one. Goes for the, well, I'm not sure what we call this map, but we've seen it before.
Toyland.
Yeah.
It's the kicking arena. Amin representing the gold bomber with a silver coat of paint, and Game Champ representing Honey.
Now, the love bombs, as we saw in the last matchup, can be big risk, big reward. They fly all around the map. They can easily pin yourself down, but also almost impossible for your opponents to anticipate.
And we've also seen a lot of gold Bombermans today. Using that dash ability can get you out of trouble.
I really think he has an opportunity to shine on that boxing ring match. Arena. Yeah.
Oh no, Amin is stuck. First hits for Game Champ.
Game Champ getting ready to put this one away.
As you were saying earlier, Wolfman, about the two teams being rivals last year, I think it's correct because I think Team France and I think it was USA 3, Protoman's Protector's name last year, I think faced more than any other team in the competition faced the same team. I think it was 5 times or something like that, or 6 times in the competition.
It was close to that. And I want to say Game Champ was the winning person, if not on the winning team, for the first Retro Olympics, which happened prior to my joining.
That's correct. So, big rivals here.
Tons of power-ups there for Game Champ. Amin is going to have to really hope he finds something that benefits him soon.
Yeah, going for the mount. Hopefully
between these arrows.
But
I was going to say, between the arrows that redirect your bombs and the love bombs, I think Honey's going to really shine on this map if he's not careful and it starts to get opened up.
I'm losing track now.
I'm not trying.
Game Champ gets the mount. Which again, isn't that the mount that oh no, it's not the same one that goes very quickly. Amin stays out of
this one flips bombs or something.
Yeah, flips them to a random position, the bombs don't come down for quite a while. Ooh, almost lost it there.
Almost unironically said playing with fire. God.
But note that Amin has not been able to collect a lot of flame power-ups. Game Champ kind of has all the decision-making power right now.
That's what I was noticing early on in the match. There was just the power-ups were so much on their side. It didn't seem like Amin had enough to really go around.
Yeah, gonna make it hard for Amin with no more power-ups to be picked up. Gonna make it, or one possible one, I guess.
Game Champ knowing they can just run out the clock till it gets a little bit more hectic. With the mobility and power-ups, it's going to be on their side as the board starts closing in.
And there we go, starting to close in now. Man, that's scary when you have that much of a range. It just looks like it's fire everywhere.
And as this board starts closing in, it pretty much is going to be everywhere.
Yeah.
Oh, lose my mount.
Loses the mount. See, can Amin come back and tie it here? Let's see. Game Champ now has a pickup ability as well.
Cooked that bomb for quite a while before they picked it up too, if you notice that. They're cooking these bombs. So they explode pretty much right away on landing.
I didn't know you could even do that. Yeah, that's gonna be tricky for Amin to avoid. Oh wow, and Amin able to let the clock run out, so that's a draw.
Hangs on, makes those power-ups not worth it. We probably understood that engaging wasn't going to be the best method.
Yeah. So again, if Amin wants to draw the match, gonna have to win this round to bring it to 1-1. If not, it's gonna be 2-0 for Game Champ. But again, it's looking like Game Champ is getting more of the power-ups here.
Yeah, that board control is working out for him extremely well.
Although Amin does get a... Oh, there's a glove.
I said down.
At the top there.
Oh. I heard something else, sorry.
Yep.
Oof, almost gets trapped there, but is able to kick the bombs out of the way. Amin is. Meanwhile, Game Champ... Oh, and also has the pickup. Oh yeah, because he picked up the glove before. Although Game Champ's bombs having a larger radius here.
That kick able to get him out of a tricky situation there, Amin able to stay alive.
Yeah, Amin utilizing those kicks there.
Not seeing a lot of heart bombs. I wonder if Game Champ just doesn't want to risk it.
Ooh, oh no! Gets hit by their own bomb.
2-0 Game Champ.
Yeah, 2-0 for Game Champ.
Yeah, that's the problem with this kicking arena. If you're not careful, it will literally kick back right at you.
Yeah, that's such a shame to die by your own kick. Let's see what happens, which map Amin goes for the fourth round here. No, for the third round.
Third.
Let's see, it's going to be an uphill battle here if Amin wants to stay in this.
Double gold in the boxing arena. Let's go. Oh no! Amin immediately taken out. We've seen that in the boxing arena. Either it lasts for a long time or you go down right away.
Might be because of the rebound. I didn't exactly see what happened there.
It was not so much the rebound as it was.
Oh no. So
oh my god!
Very quick finish for Game Champ there. Bringing the win today for Protoman's Protectors against Peach's Power Stars.
Let's get these guys unmuted. Let's get these two talking. Oh my god. Fellas, folks, that last match. I mean, you were down to the wire there. I'm always a fan to see that boxing arena. I'm always a fan to see the full power-ups, and with both of you guys choosing the gold Bomberman, having that speed behind you, I was excited and getting ready for this long-form match of hectic craziness, and then bam! First death. Okay, no big deal. We've got another death in us. Let's get back to it in the match, and bam! Second death. What was it? The pressure mounting on you there? I mean, what was happening? What was going through your head as we were closing in on that final match?
Well, to be honest, I hate these games. I hate Bomberman, so I don't know. I was just doing random stuff.
Gotcha. No, understandable. I mean, it's never been my forte either. Like I said, easy to learn, hard to master, and it's never been my thing. Unfortunately, not able to stay in the competition. It is where Peach's Power Stars fall. Game Champ, you are a fan of these games. My God, I was seeing some mind games. I was seeing some you basically taking it slow. When you were playing the Slime Fighter over there, you would kind of wander on in early on in the game. Wouldn't place a bomb. I'm going to walk in front of you. I'm going to hang out for a second. I'll let you place a bomb. So I'm seeing strategy in the mind game capacity out of you. Is that a factor of your play? Is that something you've noticed has helped you win games in the past with this? Talk to me about your Bomberman experience.
Actually, this is the first time I've played Bomberman in years. I did play a lot of Bomberman 64 when I was a kid, and a bit of like the PS3 Bomberman Live. But most of everything I learned was from getting my butt kicked by the Fightcade regulars.
That'll do it. Trial by fire. I mean, so just how much practice did you put into this before getting ready for competition, would you say?
Over the last 2 weeks, I've been putting in at least a couple games a day, and definitely a lot more over like the last 3 days.
Understandable. I'd say the proof is in the pudding. You guys hung in there. Protoman's Protectors goes on. The cape for Power Stars falls today. For everybody, though, on that team, like we said to every other competitor that has been eliminated, you guys did great. For being here, for showing up as many weeks as you have, don't sell yourself short. And there's always going to be more competitions to come back and prove your mettle. Bring up the shortcomings and prove yourself again. But Game Champ, you guys press on. Any words before we get you out of here and keep things wrapping up? We're closing in. That was the final match of the day, but we're getting ready to start finding some of these final standings, these final showdowns. Any teams you're worried about going into this?
I just want to say GG's to Peach's Power Stars, because you're one of the power teams that I was really dreading going up against. So this was super exciting.
Yeah, we were actually talking about that before, about how you guys were, or the Power Star competition has been around, we believe, all 3 years. But either way, fantastic competition. You guys press on. Glad to have you guys here. We'll talk to you next week. All right. Well, everybody, Raph, Star, Wolf, that concludes our day. I believe that's everything we have on the docket. It was a hell of a competition. We saw an exact time on Donkey Kong that had to be taken down to the fractions of a second. That was absolutely insane. We've seen Armored Core personal best sub 3-minute runs by the same person, both efforts. Just some fantastic gameplay today, some fantastic matchups. Saw the fall of a few teams and the successes of a few more, pressing on trying to take the crown. What do you think we have ahead of us for these weeks to come, man? What did you guys think about today? Where are we going from here?
Oh my goodness.
Sorry, go ahead, Wolf.
Every match required the third deciding game. I'm just proud of all these teams.
Yes. No, absolutely. There was no blowouts, really.
Yeah, I was going to say the same. Just the fact that we had such close matches, as you said, that close Bomberman match, that close Donkey Kong match with the exact same time on the timer, and that all four matches, had to go to that third round. It's crazy. But yeah, I've been really tense today. It's been stressful. I feel for all the, sorry.
No, please go on. I didn't mean to cut you off.
I feel for all the teams, that had to end their journey today. I think it's still very impressive. As I've said, it's still very impressive to have gotten to this stage, and there's nothing, to hold your head down. I hope you had a lot of fun in the weeks that happened till today, and to the teams that are moving on, congrats on reaching the semis. That's crazy, and I look forward to seeing what happens next weekend in the finals.
Yeah, so you're not out of the woods yet. You might have stayed alive today, but there's still competition to go, and it's only going to get harder as these teams start being eliminated. You'll face stronger and stronger competitors. But guys, I believe that's all we have for... Oh, what?
We should at least give the folks at home some idea of what's coming up.
Let's do it.
Sounds
good.
So the semis. Go ahead.
The semis. First of all, we're going to say hello to a familiar game in the Retro Olympics. Or should I say, to a specific game in the Retro Olympics. We are going back to the Hamtaro Ham Games with a collection of best of 13 event. Basically, a whole big rapid fire of many of the events that took place, from the 100 ham meter dash to the hurdles, to the marathon, to the synchronized swimming. It's a whole bunch of them to see who will take it.
Sort of a Retro Olympics tradition at this point.
I mean, yeah,
we was in the finals last year.
Yeah.
And then, let's have another type of intense match where you get one chance, and literally one chance. The good news, you get one very small hitbox. It is the return of Dodonpachi Daioju. Highest score, 7 minutes max.
So we had Dodonpachi last year. It wasn't the same Dodonpachi, I believe. I think it was in the tiebreakers for the semis, I think. Although I might be misremembering that. But yeah, very intense. Bullet hells are always very intense. Oh no, sorry, it might have been the last match of group phases, now that I'm remembering it. But yeah, bullet hells are always a menace. Any slight mistake can mean the end of a run.
And now this third game is one I am absolutely excited for, and I'm sure everybody else is going to too.
Yeah.
So, I know that many folks have been asking two specific words, especially in the general Retro Achievements Discord. GameCube when? We may not have Chivos by this time next week, but we will have Super Smash Brothers Melee!
Let's go, gentlemen. The old school showdowns.
It's gonna be amazing. Yeah.
It will be similar to our other fighting game competitions. You must win with 3 unique characters. We will hash out the details regarding stages and items and all of that within the coming days.
So, now that we've given you guys something to chew on for the week to come, and a few games to practice for the teams that are still in the runnings, what have you to give us next week? Once again, thank you for all listening, everybody for tuning in, everybody for watching, the competitors for being here. To those who were eliminated, hold your head high, you did great. And for those who succeeded, stay strong, you've got more to go. But I believe that's everything we have for you today. Once again, this has been Time Crush, Raph, Starblades, and Wolfman, bringing you the Retro Olympics. And we will see you next week.
See you next week.